if I was Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
And
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link."
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Just Do Boxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Just Do Boxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Just Do Boxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Just Do Boxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Just Do. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his Just Due. Shout out to my brother Just Do, man. Much love.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Fight family. We back to build on some boxing for a little bit and give it its just due how we always do, man. Smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, support the grind, and we gonna build on this boxing for sure. Y'all feeling, man? Your boy's still rocking since this morning, man. I thought I was gonna take a nap, but nope. Yeah, I'm still up. We still grinding, and we're gonna have this conversation. You dig? We're gonna build. We got to talk about it. We got to do my little post-fight thoughts, man. Dante, what it do, homie? Jordan Fredericks in the building. What's good? Yeah, Jahad Tucker. I just seen they face off too. That's gonna be a good fight, bro. That's gonna be a good fight, Jordan. Cat Sports, the box story, and what's good with it? Cornelius, what's good, family? Thrill Hill, what it do? How y'all feeling, man? Is y'all still riding that energy, that knockout earlier that we got to see? Did y'all, because I know I wasn't the only one that enjoyed it, man. Oh man, did Brian Norman Jr. make a statement, bro, at a time where, you know, Bruce Ennis is leaving the division, belts gonna get dispersed. Brian Norman went out to Japan and completely showed out. And what I don't like about it is the way people are taking credit away from his win. Like, this is not boxing, bro. Like, people can't be serious. This man traveled from Atlanta to Japan and smoked the guy in his hometown in front of Monster Inoue and his folks. It's crazy. And now people want to run around and say, who's Sasaki and he's this, he wasn't that. Bro, why are we doing that? Why we can't just give a man credit for what he just did? You know what I'm saying? Why you can't give him credit? Why we can't just give him credit for what he did? I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't. The Butcher was good, homie. It's like we get right into bashing and discrediting, man. Sasaki was a guy that was ranked highly enough. It was a respectable opponent. Had a record of 19-1-1. He had 17 big knockouts. He had legit punching power. He came to win. He never quit. His confidence never wavered. None of that. He had to get literally put out. Like, they wasn't going to save him from himself and none of that. And I don't think people understand the magnitude and the challenge in and of itself, traveling way over to a foreign ground where you nowhere near. You get what I'm saying? All the people is really rooting for him. Monster Inoue is ringside rooting for Sasaki. He's thinking Sasaki is going to win. That's who he's rooting for. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. That's who he was rooting for. And it's wild. It's like, I ain't mad at it. But, you know, shit, man, you was sadly mistaken rooting for that guy. You was sadly mistaken because he got cooked, man. Isn't that what they said about Booth's last fight? You get what I'm saying? And not Stan Jonas, the fight before with Karen. Said the same thing with Karen. Who's that? Who's Karen? Like, I just don't want to get into the habit of, like, discrediting fights and fighters. Why we just can't give people credit? Get what I'm saying? That fight was way too good. The win was way too impressive to try to take credit from it. That man obliterated Sasaki, bro. Beat the fight out the man. Again, we got another potential knockout of the year. This is probably going to be one of them for sure, man. It might be one. I'm telling you. Got to be KO of the year candidate for sure, bro. That was brutal. That was nasty work. He did him filthy. Shout out to my brother D, man. Appreciate the support, homie, brother. Dude, told you he was going. Yeah, you said that in 5. You did say it. You did. Shout out to D, man, because your prediction was spot on, bro.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to D, man, my guy. He's a young lion with no drug testing because I believe Sasaki was on something. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Light Skin Business. What's good, homie? Said those people are casual. They didn't appreciate the sport. You get one. They don't appreciate it, cats. Like, what we doing? Why are we doing that? Brian Norman looked phenomenal. That should be the only thing. That should be the only thing people saying right now. He proved people wrong once again. Now, everybody wasn't rooting against him, of course, but all I kept hearing is he better be ready. He better be ready. He better be switched on defensively. He got to be on point. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried for him, man. He messed around, go out there and get upset. He should have took the Boots fight. Now he gonna go to Japan and be like you was hearing all of that stuff. And now he goes out there and he proves this shit again, traveling way over to Japan, bro, and knocks. Shout out to Jin Sasaki, man. I'm hoping everything is good with him health-wise, because that was bad. He got ushered up out of there on a stretcher. That shit was bad. That's one of them fights where they wasn't going to save him from himself, so he literally had to beat the snot out of him. You get what I'm saying? Shit is crazy. Stan Jonas tailor-made for Boots. Yeah, that's what they were saying that too. Money motivated. What it do? Norman versus Polanco, that's a great fight. That's a great fight. It really is. But, man, I just can't say enough of how impressive he was and how he just continued to grow as a fighter. And I get it. Sasaki wasn't you know, the best thing ever or nothing by any stretch, but he's a dangerous fighter. And he's in his hometown. He was pumped up. He was amped up. You've seen it in his ring walk. At no point, even with the knockdowns, he got dropped twice in the first round. This dude still wanted to fight. He was hurt, fighting off like instinct and muscle memory. His legs was dipping. Legs was all over the place. He wasn't looking good. And he still kept fighting. He was like taunting, telling, you know, B. Norman to bring it on. Like, he asked for that, Nat. He asked for that. Because, boy, he would not quit. He would not lay down. He would not quit, bro. He ain't have no quit in him. But it got bad in there.
Love it, calling it for you. Good body shot by Norman. Oh, he's out cold.
I want y'all to listen to the sound of the punch. Listen to the sound of the punch, y'all. And then listen to the sound of his head hitting the mat, bro. Listen to the sound of his head
Love
hitting
it,
the mat.
calling it for you. Good body shot by Norman. Oh, he's out cold. Out cold. A gigantic left hand by Brian Norman
Oh, that's
Jr.
a showstopper.
No bother counting. Get the doctor. Fun to think about and scary to imagine. What a shot by Brian Norman Jr.
Absolutely. Just throwing hooks all night, going around the guard. As we had mentioned, it was right hooks more so that we saw in the early goings, but
Man, you know, the setup was beautiful, yo. And it's crazy because we was just saying, like I was just saying on here, yo, he go to the body a little more. He getting him out of here. And he was that stab to the body had Sasaki thinking Norman was about to go back to the body. Did you see him try to block, stick his arms out, block the body, and he came up over top. Boom. Lights out, man. And he put that man to bed, bro. Man, yo. Yeah, facts. Facts. The butcher is crazy. CJ Rich, what it do, homie? Told for folks. Norman runs for 147 now. Teach. What it do? Jeff, what's good with it? Devin better leave Brian Norman Jr. alone. He better. That's not a just good fight right now. 2024 produced some crazy KOs. They teach. You ain't never lie. I mean, yeah, 2025 for sure. This year produced some wild-ass KOs. They've been impressive. And like I said, I just can't find too many reasons to try to take credit from what Brian Norman just did this morning, bro. Like, I just enjoy boxing, weird people. Enjoy boxing. Enjoy boxing. Anything could have happened. He on foreign soil, literally, bro. He on enemy territory. The whole crowd, ain't nobody out there going for him besides a couple people that probably came out there with him, man. You get me? All odds was again, man. That man came out there firing on all cylinders. Didn't lose a round, in my opinion. Didn't lose a single round. He dominated. He didn't just win and stop him. He didn't struggle or none of that. He wasn't getting beat up, touched up, and none of that. He got hit with some shots here or there because it's a fight, but he was never in trouble. He never wavered. And he really took it to this dude, bro. Why we can't just say, yeah, good shit. Now let's see what else. You know, it's unfortunate we couldn't get the Boots fight. But now it's water under the bridge, and you got to kind of focus on it now and what we could get now. And there's some real good matchups to make down there at 47 for Brian Norman. I can't wait to see what's next for him, man. Well-deserved win. He deserved all his flowers today. I'm giving him his just due tenfold. Like, I'm not sitting up here. Who's Sasaki? Like, yeah, man, we not doing that. Every single time somebody fight, we do this. Who's this? He's not this. He's trash. He's this. Well, Brian Norman Jr. ain't trash. That's what we damn sure know. We know that. That performance was spot on, bro. That's what it's about. It ain't just the level of opposition or the name of the opponent. It's the performance and how he put it together. That looked like a guy that's continuously getting better, understanding the game, getting even more comfortable, which is a scary thing. You get what I'm saying? Understanding what he can do, you know, inside and out. Like, sharp ass dude, man. I love to see Brian Norman growing right in front of us. And instead of people highlighting it, how young he is and how he doing it, we keep taking credit from it. It's corny, man. He beat ass this morning. Yo, that was impressive. How could you be walking away from that this morning saying anything less than that? That's what Sasaki wasn't nobody. Who was he supposed to fight then? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of this, man. 147, y'all got a problem on y'all hands, man. His name is Brian Norman Jr. Prove me wrong, because he kicking ass in a real way. Shout out to John BX. Appreciate the support, homie. People not hating on this win. They're cooking him for trying to suggest Boots ducked him by moving up. No one turned down the chance to lock in twice. I mean, yeah, there's that, but I ain't even get there yet, bro. I ain't even get to that part. No, I'm strictly talking about people criticizing what Sasaki is as a fighter and saying he ain't X, Y, and Z, and he was trash anyway. He was shitty. You know, they nicknaming him. They got all types of names. It's like, I don't know. For me, you know, to each his own. But for me, I felt like he beat a credible opponent this morning. You get what I'm saying? You get me? I feel like he beat a credible opponent, and he did it in hostile ground where it could have went wrong for him. He prepared well, and he went out there and executed. So I ain't get to the part yet where, you know, where he made the statement at the end of the fight. Not that yet. I'm just strictly talking about not giving the man the credit for just going out there and beating who he was supposed to beat and doing it in a way that you can't say he had to do it that way. That was super impressive. 3 knockdowns, 2 in the first round, and then the 1 in the 5th just ended it. And he snatched Buddy's soul with that damn hook. Shout out to John BX. Appreciate you, bro. A couple of KOs this year. I like it. It's like Jay Holiday. Yeah, for sure. Mike Ryan would do on me. WBO had Jen Sasaki, number 2 in the ranking, had an 80% KO ratio. That's for sure. Shout out to the queen. Aisha Blessings, queen. It's not cool shit on. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But John, I know what you talking about. Like, there's criticism there. But I don't think he's so much as saying he ducked per se, but as much as they want to say they turned down the fight, they never turned down the fight. They just never, they couldn't come to terms. And I just wish people would understand it for what it is. Neither guy had to be a duck. They tried to make a fight. It was attempts made. And ultimately, when a team is negotiating on behalf of their fighter and they trying to get him money, and they're not able to get what they're looking for, then it's a missed opportunity. So I understand that. But for me, it was never no damn ducking. You know what I mean? Brian Norman is not a ducking. Neither is Boots. Get what I'm saying? So just give a man credit for beating Sasaki. You know he's going to talk his shit after the fight. It's cool. But Boots got smoke up at 54 now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that too. DJ Nick was good with it. Norman knocked out Alabama with no skills, no defense, no footwork. What he got? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We can't keep doing that. Behind the Hands TV, what it do, family? How you feeling? Definitely a hell of a degree of difficulty. I just don't. I'm not into the business of keep taking credit from a guy every time he win. That's like some soft shit. Like that's why boxing is in the state that it's in, because people don't know how to just give credit where it's due and just keep it moving. Like, all right, if you don't think that he beat no world beater or no crazy name or nothing like that, if you didn't think the opponent was great, look how he handled business. Everything he did from round one all the way to the knockout was impressive. He was switched on. He was prepared for that opportunity. He didn't let it slip. He didn't have no moments of weakness. He didn't have no slip-ups. He didn't really make no big mistakes. It was a really good performance from Norman. And for people that was just discrediting him, now it's like we find another way. We got to diss him, diss the opponent. People were saying he wasn't that good anyway. You get what I'm saying? You got guys saying he ain't got that type of punching power. He ain't really punching like that. Then he go out here and sleep somebody. He's sleeping people. What is he, 24? Man, Brian Norman playing with house money right now, and I love it. It's looking good. It's fun. I'm loving seeing him be a world champion, make his title defense on the road, and take the belt back to Atlanta where it belongs with him. You get me? You get me? I'm loving it, man. So I just want to give him his credit for standing on business again. And look, it's unfortunate we couldn't get the Boots fight, but it is what it is. I don't think it was no ducking involved. I feel like Boots on his end, he felt like he did everything he was supposed to do in his power. Touche, no argument there. But Team Norman, ultimately, they were seeking a certain price point that they was unable to secure. And because of that, people could feel like they ducked all they want. But I could say, I could level with people saying maybe they overplayed their hand trying to leverage the belt and they missed the opportunity. But ultimately, it's a missed opportunity for not only Brian Norman, for Boots as well, and for boxing. So it is what it is. Just because people are not able to come to terms doesn't mean that somebody had to duck. And that's why I hate public negotiations. And I said this before. Why would you try to force him and his team to negotiate before they got through this fight when they told you they could have negotiated the day after the fight. That's all I'm going to say. It's not on Boots. Boots is the fighter. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? But it seems like the promoter of him, the guy that's pushing him, has zero problems with him going to 54. He went and prematurely announced it too many times. Like that showed me intent. So at the end of the day, it's like, it is what it is, but it wasn't no duck. Guys made attempts in their own way. They just wasn't able to come to terms. And I just got to highlight, do you know how many fights? You get what I'm saying? Do you know how many fights, what do you say? I'm in a better hooker than the streetwalker. This is stupid, man. You're a fool, man. Talking about talking like this, and I'm busy this week, so I missed all the previous lives. The 18 by 18. Shit, man, that's it was a lot of talk about Turkey making the ring 18 by 18. Shakur accepted it. Alberto Puello and Hamza Shiraz rejected it. So I'm hearing that it might not be no 18 by 18 foot ring, but it will be to no fault to Shakur because he accepted it. You know what I mean, that's what that was. But back to this, man. Again, when you perform this way at a high level and you continue to show people that you could win on the road against certain odds and against certain obstacles and still get like one of your best performances, you already know, Teach. You get one of your best performances, the fans shouldn't walk away from that being so critical of the opponent and the opposition that you forget to highlight how good and how phenomenal he looked, how sharp he looked from the opening bell all the way to the knockout shot, to the kill shot. This dude literally got ushered out on a stretcher. How dare you try to take credit from the man that just put this work in the way he did? Is nasty work. It's bogus. I really just don't understand people no more. And they don't like boxing for real. They don't. You know what I mean? I get it. You wanted to see the fight you wanted to see, but it's water under the bridge. We can't keep going backwards. But I'm just not buying that Boots ducked and none of that. What I will say is he had a promoter that, had no problem helping nudge him up to the next weight class. Like I said, and for me, don't try to force the negotiations at a time where somebody didn't get through their fight. It just didn't seem like it made no sense to me. So shout out to them. Yeah, the way he bowed. Shout out to them, man. They put on Sasaki. He was fighting every step of the way. He was trying, bro. He was trying to fight his heart out, but he was getting cooked. He was getting cooked.
By Norman.
Oh, he's out cold.
Hear his head hitting the ground,
Shot
bro.
by Norman.
Oh, he's out cold. Out cold.
A gigantic left hand by Brian Norman.
Oh, that's
Jr.
a showstopper.
No bother counting.
Brutal, bro. That's a brutal KO, man. That's a life-changing experience right there. Those type of fights and knockout losses take fights off your career for sure. Those definitely take fights off your career, man. And you know what's odd about this fight? It looked like they could have stopped it before that happened. Now, I'm not one to argue because we got a highlight reel, meme land KO of the year candidate from the rip, but his legs was dipping when he was getting hit. He was falling into the ropes. You know what I mean? He just like his legs wasn't no more good. And they just continued to let him take punishment, bro. That shit wasn't good. I'm telling you. I hope everything good with him. I ain't seen no update yet, but I hope he good. Because that shit was brutal, man. He got took out. He got took out in a major way. That shit just wasn't. Man, it wasn't close, man. Norman came to stand on business, and he said it. He meant what he said, bro. He was going to step on this man. And winning every round, bro. I'm telling you, I just see a guy that's getting a bit better, man, from fight to fight, learning. And I think his championship run is going to be interesting, bro. I hope he's able to get meaningful fights. I seen somebody mention Rohan Polanco. That'd be a great fight if they was able to put it together. Polanco can scrap. It's going to be a fun fight. But the thing is with Norman, bro, you better bring it. You better bring it because he can beat ass, man, for real. Shout out to John Wick, man. He said, not going to lie, Haney, please leave Norman alone. Called it rounds 3 to 5, 2. Teach, good call, bro. Good call. Nick Ballin TV, what it do? Then you get me? Come on, man. Why are we not behind him? Nick Ballin, you get me, bro? How's we not behind this, man? I'm not talking nothing crazy. How are we not behind Brian Norman and what he just did, bro? And he did it on Juneteenth. How dare we? How dare we, bro? How dare we diss him? He did what he was supposed to do. All right, his team tried to get a certain amount of money. They wasn't able to secure it. They ran out of time. Wasn't able to put the fight together. Boots ended up going up to 54. He smoked Sasaki overseas on Juneteenth. It's all good. Now Boots get to start his legacy up at 54, where he say he's gonna have more pop. He should be stronger, a better version of himself. Why we crying? It's not impossible that fight ever happens, right? Brian Norman could go up to 54. You get what I'm saying? But in the meantime, in between time, let's just appreciate the win. Let's appreciate the performance in Japan in front of NUA, man. You get what I'm saying? He had NUA rooting for Sasaki, man. He was shocked the way Brian Norman did his mans. You get me? Devin Haney got Norman on the list. He got to relax. That is not a good move to me, respectfully. It's not. It's just not. It is not, man. Shout out to my bro, man, Justin, man, in the Cash App, showing love, man, supporting the grind. Much love, Brody. Shout out to the homie, Justin. Appreciate you. Well, what it do? He stabbed the body nice. Nothing on it. It came straight up with his hands at, bro, you get me. You get me. Yeah. He got, listen, he got some terrible technique. And I was saying it. That's why I was saying he was going to get stopped. Javi was good with it, bro. You get me? I was saying he put too much into his punches. And because of that, he be loading up. And it leads to him having bad technique. His legs be all over the place, right? Our feet be all over the place when he punch. There's so many openings. And I said it, Brian Norman is much sharper than this dude. He going to eat him up. And what did he do? He stayed sharp behind that defense. Dude got some of them shots in, but Norman took them well, and he fired back. He gave back better, sharp ass hooks, double up uppercuts. Man, he was ripping this dude. Man, he was beating this dude ass. Man, Don Dada was good with it, fam. He was kicking his ass, bro, and it was fun. I enjoyed every second of that fight this morning, bro. It was well worth waking up at 4:00 in the morning to call that fight, bro. It was well worth it. That they gave us our money's worth, and I think that's what people missing, bro. That's all. Like, I get it. It's just on to the next, bro. You can't do nothing about what your opponent looked like. You just got to go out there and do you, and that's what he did. He had a job to do. They stepped on that man. Hell no. Where all them people out there was talking about they worried for Norman, and he better show out, and he better not embarrass us, and he better not let us down. He better not get knocked out. Better not go out there and get slapped. Better not this. He ain't do none of that. He did the sleeping, bro. He did the sleeping. He turned Japan into Atlanta. He brought Atlanta into Japan and stood on business, bro. Like, the way he was cooking, I could have swore he was at home because he was cooking. Japan weird. For all I know, Brian Norman was in Atlanta this morning, bro. The way he was beating ass. And I loved it. Why we can't just enjoy him, yo? Like, seriously, though. He a dog. I know y'all disappointed that they wanted a certain amount of money and wasn't able to get it, but let's be all the way honest. Other guys wanted money to get in there with Boots too. Stan Jonas needed to pay. He got paid extra to get in there. Don't just look at Brian Norman. Stan Jonas got some paper too, man. And like I said, yo, if we being honest, just on paper until they get in the ring, this would have been the best welterweight fight in the division, bro. You get me? Yeah, they both deserve their bread. Boots deserve whatever he got. Brian Norman, in my opinion, deserved what he asked for. Because that shit would have been one of the best fights in boxing. Missed me with that shit. The way he just went out there and cooked this morning, bro. Like, that's a dude that's really on that. He ain't scared of no fights. Come on, man. That's a missed opportunity, bro. It's sad, man. I just hate this. I hate this for boxing, bro. But we gonna do it the right way. That dude, man, Brian Norman Jr., that's how you do it, bro. Ryan Frazier, my dog, Boxing Talk up north, just do building. Boxing, we in the building. Shout out to you, homie. How you feeling?
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Z was good, homie. Appreciate you, Ryan. How you feeling, Brody? Lisa, peace to the queen back in the building. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. Shout out to the queens in the chat, man. Big shout out to Lisa. Appreciate you. We're going to keep rocking, man. Dante's boxing talk said, yeah, Norman was working on the back foot. Hook was sharp, good curl around, high guard. Yo, you seen how he was going around the guard on him, L. Will? You seen how he was peeling the hand down? Like me and Behind the Hands was just talking about that. He was in there cooking, bro. It was a lot he was doing. He stamped his name out there. He had to win some fans over, bro. Know what I'm saying? It's Juneteenth, bro. Barbecuing the sushi. Food situation is odd. I thought he just said he wanted to handle business at 147. Then moves to 154. I mean, it's a lot you can consider, right? It's a lot you can consider. He left there. It looked like the opportunity was prime for it to be made, but I truly understand him feeling like I ain't waiting on nothing to nobody. I get it. But Brian Norman Jr. put on one of the best performances of the year. That KO was ridiculous. Smoked this guy, man. Like, what could you say? Like, he legit turned it into a road warrior. And you know what? And y'all bogus as hell, too. And y'all bogus. Why y'all going to announce the champion first? That's why he did that. That's why he went out there and did that. Y'all out there announcing the champion first, like he wasn't the guy. See? And I remember I told y'all, when I seen Sasaki back there stretching, I told you, I said, yo, he preparing for what's about to happen. Y'all all heard me say it. Y'all all heard me say it. I said, yo, he preparing for the nap that he about to take, bro. And listen, it was better than I could expect it. They wouldn't save the man from himself. So Brian Norman did what he was supposed to do and finished him off. And I'm saying this respectfully, man. Everybody got an opinion. I get it. But you cannot talk about this fight and the performance without putting it in this proper context. This shit is not about ducking no smoke and none of that. You get what I'm saying? This is about handling business. Sometimes in boxing, you try to make fights, and when you're not able to come to an agreement, the fight doesn't get made. That doesn't mean the team Norman is scared or team Boots is scared. They just wasn't able to come to terms. Now, you could break it down and feel how you want, but look, I've said this because I'm a fair shooter. When you look at both of those fighters, you see two real dogs. That's what I see anyway. And I seen what would have been one of the best welterweight fights, the best welterweight fight in the division. But performances like, listen, these last, 3 or so straight, like beating ass, man. You cannot overlook that. The performances, the way he giving it up, he justifying asking what he getting paid. I'm for the fighter. Pay that man, yo, so he can fight. Pay that man. You get what I'm saying? Damn it, we missed one. We missed one with that, but I stayed up. We was up this morning. It was a fun fight card, man. I enjoyed them fights. The co-main was cool, but man, that sleep study is crazy. Your bro was too tough for his own good. Oh shit! Shout out to Norman Senior in the building. What's going on with it, champ? How you feeling, man? Behind that, he said people ain't on Brian are weird and they don't really like boxing. I just don't see where you can look at that and not just appreciate it. Maybe I enjoy boxing too much to go that route, but if you're not sold because it was Sasaki, whatever, but look at the performance. He was sharp. He didn't lose a round, bro. He dominated this dude in his living room pretty much, in his backyard. He smoked him in front of the Monster with Monster sitting ringside rooting for Sasaki. He was out there thinking that dude was going to pull it off. He got cooked. Shout out to KL. What's good with it, bro? Boot set for the end of the year. Man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. And it's a fight that we needed, bro. Somebody said they got a fake as doctors know. Oh, man. Damn. You see, no like prayers. What it do, man? Shout out to B Norman, man. Well done, man. Congrats on a great win, man. We had fun this morning calling that fight, bro. I got a doctor's note. Boots. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, he always welcome up, man. He always welcome up. What happened to that fight, man? I'm telling you, man. That was it, yo. That was the one, man. We really needed it, but man. Man, oh, man. Hannibal, what's good with it, bro? My bad. I had to send a link. Oh shit! Hey, for sure, you always welcome up, bro. For sure, y'all hit that like button. Greg, what's good with it? We gonna keep building, man. We gonna keep building, y'all. You always ready to come up. You always ready to come. Welcome up, bro. Always welcome up, G. But yeah, man, it was fun, man. Good action this morning, man. That Tanaka kid is something, wasn't he? He was strong as hell. He took a lot of punches, but he was strong as shit, wasn't he? Okay, what's good with it, man?
What's going on, big dog, man? See y'all out here cooking this early, bro. It's
Yes, sir.
5:40. It's 5:40 in the morning, Friday morning, my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What's going on, man?
Afternoon. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I just be needing ounces, man, and I can't sleep at night because I've been needing ounces. I've been up scratching my motherfucking head because I know I've been living for 46 years, right?
Right.
And I ain't never heard of a fucking doctor that can tell me that I underperformed in some shit I did some months ago. I'm dead ass. I'm trying to find a doctor because I know all types of doctors. I know you got gastrointestinal doctors, you got, respiratory, cardiac, you got a whole lot of doctors. You even got sports doctors. But I've never heard of a fucking doctor that can run a test and tell you that you're underperforming.
Yeah.
I ain't never found that doctor, bro. So it's just crazy, man, that, the injury don't be the same across the board. Can you imagine if my son said some shit like that?
They ain't giving y'all no breathing room, man. It's unfortunate, man. That was the fight to see right there.
No. It's not unfortunate to me. I personally love it because we get to write a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some people talking about why the champion had to go to Japan and this and that. Bro, that's a fucking decision. That's a decision that world champions make. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford did it when he got Ricky Burns. You got Gervonta Davis did it when he got I can't remember his name. He went across the corner. Liam Walsh. Liam Walsh. I mean, you got world champ. Mike Tyson did it in Tokyo with Buster Douglas. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way he wanted it to go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Tokyo is it's the most populated city in the world. Y'all can Google that. 34 million people in Tokyo. Between Tokyo and Yokohama, Japan, two cities beside each other, there are just as many people in those two cities as there are black people in America.
Right.
Man, look that up, man.
I mean, for me, I just respect it. You got to respect it, man. Taking his title over there, and like you said, it's a decision. He ain't have to do it, but to do it the way he done it, bro. Like, why we can't focus on what the outcome was? Because for me, I was just saying this before you got in here, and I'm very consistent. What happened to all the people that was worried for him? Oh, what if he go over there and get stopped? Nah, bro, where y'all at? I'm just being 100. Where y'all at? Because now that dude done took a nap, it's like, he trapped.
I guess dudes done got like women. They don't like to take accountability. They just disappear.
Right. I just felt like he handled business. Dude was a legit challenge, and he did what he needed to do. He did more than what he needed to do. That shit ended better than I thought. He started hot and finished strong, bro. Smart set him up, went to the body. Had him, baited him. I seen him try to block to the body, went right over the top, man. Out he went. And then they had the nerve to try to count for a second. I'm like, bro, you better get him out of there.
Yeah, that was fucked up. That was fucked up for the ref. I keep watching it like that. That tells you how bad they want him to win. They didn't want him to be out.
What you think about that? Did you see because all right, you was there. Did you see his legs looking like they was dipping? He falling into the rope.
Yeah,
but he was like,
that's why I was telling my son again. I hope he okay. That's first of all. He came back and if y'all watch when he went out the ring, if y'all go watch, I was just watching on YouTube just a minute ago. If you watch it when he came back, you can't really see it because like the camera far away. But bro, when he came alive, that shit was kind of scary. I had to see he just popped back up like he just and he just lifted up, but he wasn't really like all the way right yet. You know what I'm saying? And his head bounced off that fucking canvas, and that's a dangerous thing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
The clip, you could hear it, like you hear the punch, boom, and then
Yeah,
you hear the head hit, boom.
Yeah, that
I'm
ain't
like, it was like,
that ain't cool. Yeah, that ain't cool.
And prayers
That ain't
to
cool.
him. I hope he, make
Absolutely.
it, make it up out of the situation, and he good. But yeah, man, he had to do what he had to do. He was asking for that, and they was allowing it too, though. And I ain't trying to blame nobody. I was really watching, and I'm like, yo, do they see how his legs all over the place? And he'll try to cover it up by like taunting.
You talk around 2 or 3, right?
Yeah, man. He looked hurt.
Right. It was like, that's why I think he was on something. To me, he was on something. I mean, I'm watching this man. I'm looking at him. I'm watching how he acting. I just personally think he was on something. If he wasn't, I'm sorry for saying he is, but he kind of had to be on something. Like you talking about when his legs was dipping, it was his action. Like that shit seemed weird. Like something wrong with him.
It's like little bursts of recovery real fast. Get hurt, recover. And look, I'm going off of what Gabriel Rosado just put out there when he fought Jaime Munguia. He said how he'd hit him to the body. He'd hear him squeal. And he said seconds later, he'd rip a 5-punch combination. He like, yo, his recovery was crazy. He never seen nothing like that. He said, I ain't saying he was on, but it felt like it. And then fast forward to now, what is Jaime? I don't want to put nothing on him because I'm big on not putting no jackets on people, but I'm just saying that from hearing that from a fighter and then seeing what I've seen, was these little moments of recovered, but he was getting it put on him, so it hurt him again. And they let it happen. They let him get beat up. Man, they wanted him to win. It was
the same thing with you. Remember Giovanni Santillan fight? Same thing. They doing the fighters wrong, man. They think they doing them favors and shit. They think they give them. No, you fucking the fighters up. You taking time off their life. You taking time off their careers. You fucking them up. You know what I'm saying? That ain't doing nobody no good, man.
Right. There's no way that fight didn't take some fights off his career.
Absolutely.
Look, I love a good KO finish. I ain't soft about it, but I just know what I felt like I was saying. I'm like, yo, y'all didn't want to save him. You had some opportunities, but you was like, nah, let's see it. And I'm like, all right, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I've seen all that they got listed of Sasaki fights, and that's because he's went through not like what he went through with my son, but he done went through some tough fights before, and he ended up knocking them out. I seen it. I seen it with my own self. Andy Hiroko or whatever else. I think when he was 20 years old is the only one, 19 or 20. He's the only one that beat him, and he stopped him or whatever. But since then, like somebody could be giving him that work, he'll come out of nowhere with a wild shot of left hand or something, and shit, they be sleeping. Yeah. So I think they was expecting that. That's why he kept trying that.
Yeah, he was tough as hell, man. I was like, bro, he went through it. He wouldn't give up. Got a ton of respect for him. I would watch him fight again. He had no quit in him, and he had to be either saved from himself or put out his misery respectfully because he wasn't gonna stop coming in. I said it. He put too much in his punches. He beat wide open. I said your son Norman Jr. gonna be a lot sharper, and you seen it catching him hooks sharp. Everything was sharp, precise. His timing, the jabs. I'm like, yo, he got it. He got it.
You see how calm and cool he was, man.
Right. Very composed. Man, I'm saying it. He getting more and more comfortable.
That comes from going through the fire. It's nothing.
Right.
Now he's in like I said with San Diego. He did the same thing with Giovanni. It doesn't matter where he is when you in those 4 corners of that ring. That's his house. That's his house.
I like how he put it. Jump rope is still jump rope. Boxing ring still a boxing ring. A bag is still a bag.
Absolutely.
And he in the ring. He at home, man. That's what I'm saying. Just comfortability, even with pressure being put on him. He just responded well. I appreciate the performance, man. He did his thing.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciating that, man. But yeah, I mean, again,
the sport. He handled business. Like he did everything he was supposed to, and then some. And that's all I'm saying. It's all about how you perform, and you seeing a guy from having rough performances, getting tested, getting counted out, and then you seen the gradual improvement and the performances get better. So it's hard to ignore that and say he ain't growing. And he 24?
I was just about to say that. You hit it on. I was gonna hit, but I was gonna let you finish. I was gonna say the crazy shit is the nigga 24 years old. So wait, he 24 and a half. Like literally. You feel what I'm saying? Like what we talking about?
I'm here for it, man. I enjoyed it. We was up losing them. I've been up since then. I still ain't been to sleep.
Hey, man. It's funny how people, like I said, everybody don't get the same graces or whatever. Such as I love Abdullah Mason. Great fighter. I think he is the next youngest world champion very soon. Whenever they make this fight with him and Sam Noakes or whatever else, so he should be the youngest world champion coming up very soon or whatever else. I'm very big on him, but I be looking at it like, damn, bro, that's kind of crazy. You know how he got dropped in the other fight a couple fights ago, but hey, he didn't get all that flack.
No. We was talking about it up here too, because they hit darling, like they love him, so they ain't.
Yeah, he didn't get nothing, but the world didn't go crazy on him. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
Like, I use those moments to point that out, but it's good because we shouldn't do that because that's not the end of the story. I could see if he got dropped and beat up or finished, and that was the story. Now he got put down.
That's what I was telling you. I 1,000% agree with you. I 1,000% agree with you. But my thing is, why don't that shit transcend across the way? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? People pick their favorites. Pick the favorites. People say keep the same energy, but they don't. But me and the family know I do. Shout out to Ill Wills. I agree with Norman. Bottle was laced. He was.
It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. Thinking that way, because when my son had his bad performance, he's 21, 22 years old. 22 years old. He's 22 years old. He had a couple of performances back to back. One, he was 22. The other one, he had just turned 23. Right. So with that being said, that's what got him the way he was. That's what got him his title shot. He just had a fucking bad performance. I mean, what happened to God's plan? Maybe that was God's plan. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So, it is what it is, man. That's like saying Michael Jordan was the same in high school as he was when he was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm sorry. In high school that he was when he was a sophomore in college. Yeah, that's the same thing.
Right. It's just, for me, I'm big on just watching the process and allowing fighters to grow. And through that, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to go through some shit, but that how you respond is going to always say more to me about anything else. And that's why I said about Abdullah. You had some people was dragging him, I ain't gonna lie, but for the most part, they was, giving him the benefit of doubt. But as you should, because he's young and learning.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but keep it consistent like that with everybody. And if you trash him,
he needed to go through that. That's part of his character build.
Right.
If he get caught with something like that again, which is possible, but if he get caught, it's nothing to him. You feel what I'm saying? He's been there before.
Right.
Like, for example, like when my son get cut, you see blood or whatever, he don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been there before.
He got a strong mind. Mentally, he stay locked in. Stay focused. And I
impressive.
Love it.
It's my son, and I watched it happen, and it's impressive to me to see, that's my fucking.
I be saying you having fun. Jeez, and I'm like, they having fun, man. You enjoying the ride. Because it's like every time you see it, somebody had to eat their words. You know it.
You got a son? You got a son? You got a son?
Yeah, I got a son.
How old is your son?
7.
7. That's your only son?
7 and 1. I got a 7-year-old.
7 and 1. So you see how little your 1-year-old, not your 7-year-old right now, your 1-year-old. You see how he is right now?
Right.
I see my boy since before that. You understand?
Right.
I literally raised him to what he is today. So that means I watched the whole process from styles changing to going through this to losing his first fight. He lost his very first fight as an amateur. He lost his very first fight.
Right.
I watched this. So just imagine you going through your boy your 1-year-old, like I said, so you can have him right there thinking about it in your mind. To now growing up into to my son, to just think about doing what my son doing. Right. Imagine watching him in the ring doing that shit so comfortably and calm. You're gonna be like, that's my and you and look, and you the one that's like you are the one that did it. You feel what I'm saying? That pretty much gave him the game. You gave him everything. You like, what the fuck? It's just like a proud product to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see it. Y'all be enjoying y'all enjoying them wins. I'm loving the ride. It's fun watching it. This is what boxing's supposed to be about, supporting these dudes when they go out there and handle their business accordingly. That's just how I look at it. Shout out to
You know,
Ryan, man. He said, "Hey Norman Senior, we need you to press build now." Hey
I
man,
can't.
hey, you know what? I mean, you are up here, and you know that's been floating around. Like,
yeah.
man, what you think about that fight?
I love the fight. I love the fight. I think the fight could definitely be next. I think Turkey Al-Sheikh had his eyes on my son fight. That's what I was told. I seen Red Ring Magazine post my son, and post the. That's how I know. And I was told before anyway. So the fact that they posted it so quick really tells me that they was watching and they did have their eye on that fight. And I'm thinking it was for Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? You know, Devin Haney was in Japan. I don't know where the fuck he was at, but he was in Japan somewhere. So I personally, again, you know, I always say this, whatever. I'm not his manager no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a decision maker. I'm just his pops. He do listen to me, and you know, I got a very, very, very strong influence with it, but I don't make no decision. It's his career. I allowed to make his own decisions. But I love that fight with Devin Haney.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can get it, make it work, make it happen. I would love it, but you know, I know my son want a homecoming fight, and I know Devin Haney ain't gonna be a homecoming type fight. I think something like that would be like a Polanco or Rashid Ellis, some shit like that.
You got some options, man. I mean, and before we move past that, because you mentioned Polanco too, but being the Devin Haney, final question with that: how do you feel? Do you think they would take the fight if offered to him?
I personally do not. I don't think that's I think that's to be real with you. And I wouldn't press it. I know people want me to press it and they want me to be a dickhead, you know, cause like I'm doing with Boost, but I'm doing that with Boost for other reasons. People got to understand that it's a little history. They understand it's just their favorite fighter, so they don't want to.
It's competitive, man.
No. It's not about it. It's the way it started. Like people don't know, and I told others, like, you know, it was a very cordial situation all the way through, you know, to the end, and then the shit went left. When I'm telling him that, like, nigga, Eddie was playing you. You know what I'm saying? I was telling him the whole time. I was like, bro, Eddie playing you and shit. So it went left. I don't know if you start believing the white man. I don't know what the fuck happened with that. But it went left, and you know that. So now, you know, then they start talking that same shit Eddie was talking. And that became a little bit personal, not personal like outside the ring, but personal to where I'm taking it as, nah, motherfucker, I want to. So I press him. I press him to the motherfucking max, and I never get no response. I press everybody. I press fathers. I press brother. I swear to God, I press. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know the hair behind these scenes. I be fucking with them. I be like, bro, I don't understand how y'all niggas some pussies and goddamn niggas shut me up. Nigga, how the fuck you from fit? I be talking real, just grimy. You know what I'm saying? It's really all gamesmanship because it's about being in the ring. Like I said, not personally outside the ring, and I expect them to handle it as, you know, adults or whatever else, but you know, it is what it is on the other shit. But that's how I'm taking, like, damn, bro, you gonna let me disrespect your daddy like that? You gonna disrespect your brother like that, nigga? Step up, nigga, shut me up. You did it for goddamn stay on, nigga. Come down one more time and beat my son. I'm talking all kind of shit, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah. Some of these people in the chat I know see me and my shit doing my shit. I be on YSM shit. I be everywhere Boo say. I be on Boot shit the other day. I be everywhere that nigga at talking shit.
Listen, I love it, man. It's entertaining, man. And again, you got a son, when given an opportunity, he showed you what he about. And that's just where I'm at. If he get an opportunity, I know what he's gonna do. Absolutely. Shout out to the Butcher. He said, "Ask Senior, is Devin and Rolly next for the belt? Plus, great job as a dad, and you don't get enough credit as a trainer."
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Again, that's why I'm asking you that too. I hear how you talk about my son. I appreciate that, and I know if you can imagine, if you could think, and you that's why I'm telling you, I want you to think about your son being from where he at, especially the 1 year, because he won now. I know your 7-year-old was one, but now I'm talking about the 1 year that you see right now. You get what I'm saying? Just imagine him going to where my son at right now. You ain't
24, right?
Bro, you'll be fucking amazed at that shit. You would be
y'all in foreign soil.
Bro, they couldn't tell you. They wouldn't be able to tell you shit.
I speak like that all the time. Like, if he was somebody, if people maybe was from the town, or if your son maybe was related, the way you would perceive what he just did would be totally different than the average fan. You
absolutely, man.
Credit. And I say that all the time. If criticism is fine, it's part of the game, but just give people they just do. That's why where I come in at. You're gonna get your credit for doing what you did, and I'm ready for the next one, man. And go enjoy some time off. You deserve it.
Right,
That was
right.
a well put together performance, bro. He just didn't really make mistakes. Sharp as hell and calm as hell.
I appreciate it. But let me go back to your question because I hate when I be damn skipping questions and shit.
Oh,
You
good.
said Devin. You said Devin the Roller. I like both of those fights. I don't know which one next. I would imagine Option's gonna come alive, but I will say this.
Right.
No, and it's been this way since he became the champion. Nobody who is what we need has been knocking down our door.
Right.
The only ones calling us out are people trying to get the same opportunity, which is understandable, trying to get the same opportunity that we got. And I respect and understand that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But it doesn't make business sense for us where we can have bigger fish to fry when you have a unification. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you have a this and that, and people got to understand you can only fight one fight at a time. They like to say, you keep doing this and you keep ducking that. No, you can only fight one fight at a time. This is my son's second title defense. You know what I'm saying? He fought before he couldn't fight at all because he had surgery on his hand, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
This is his second title defense in 2 fucking months, 2.5 months. That's
Right.
you know what I mean, that's impressive. Like you can't fight but one fight at a time. So
Right.
you know, we will ain't no big names calling us out. We would love that. All the name calling us out, like I said, I think of Polanco, Rashida Ellis.
I like both of them, man.
I
Polanco,
like both of them too for homecoming fight. I was just on Mill Street a little while ago.
and
I
they
like
play
both.
ball.
Yeah, I like both of them for. That's the only way they would get a fight. That, in my opinion. Again, this is my son career, so I let him. I ain't gonna say I let him because I can't let him do shit now because he's a grown man, right?
Right.
So he do his own thing or whatever else. But I mean, I would like that. I would like that, and I would push him to do. If we can get even Rolling. I think Rolling would be better. I think Rolling would be better because that'll be a unification. Because I'm sure he'll be elevated soon. So that'd be a unification plus a homecoming. You know what I'm saying? Or shit, we could do it in Vegas, in his city. It's all good. But I like all of those fights, man. I like all those fights. T.O., you know, he didn't want that damn smoke. So we know that ain't happening. Tyron was fucking with him today. Tyron was fucking with T.O. Today. I can't remember what they said, but it was like somebody was talking shit. I think it was Bob. Somebody was fucking with T.O. today.
He just don't. I talk about him a lot, and he confuses me because he got all that talent, but he just won't let it be what it is. He'd rather go left, be ignorant, instead of just taking the challenges and fighting the people that you should fight. I had your son on here too, and I believe I asked him about T.O., and I just don't believe he wants to fight black fighters. I just got to be honest. I think
I'm gonna give you a side note on him and the other guy I was just talking about. My son again, and I'm giving this from me being a fighter was different because I had been through so much. I didn't give a fuck as a fighter. Like that fight that didn't matter to me. So, but them, let's think about how young they are, and you know how like for Ryan with the mental illness, you know, with the mental thing he went through. You got T.O. saying he went through the mental situation. You hear all these athletes, and if you notice, they're usually young. Like even the Olympian, you remember the girl Coco, the little Chinese girl?
Yeah.
Anyway, they go through that. I personally believe, even with the other guy you talking about, their pressure sometimes get the people and they under that pressure to perform. I have to catch myself sometimes because I try to watch my son, but he good at faking too. You know what I'm saying? I try to watch him and, you know, with certain things going on to see if this pressure really fuck with him, bother him or whatever else. And he never seems like he does, but there have been times that he do what he do, and then he'll come back and he'll tell me. Like that's why I try to watch what I say sometimes, and I move a certain way sometimes. Because when I tell you I will be so reckless right now, but I don't.
You're right.
My son keep me tame because he don't like none of this. He don't like the drama. He don't like the drama. He don't like none of this shit.
Yeah, he seemed real, just level-headed, chill, and you just get right to it. He talk when he need to talk, and he fight when he need to fight.
Exactly. He don't like none. He don't like none of it. All this shit we doing on this. He don't like none of this shit.
Right. I just like good conversations without all the bullshit.
You
like
like he don't like
build the
fight.
boxing up, man. Stop.
You're right. We fight. Hey, look, but I was trying to explain to him, you know, and this is how I get through with that sometimes. But he still me sometimes with. I'm like, bro, look at, not being funny. Like, look at what these niggas doing. I'm talking about the other people that like, bro, look at what they doing. Look at how they spending shit. And I'm sure like, bro, look at what's going on. You can't let that shit ride. You like, man, but they ain't talking about that. I'm like, we know that. So the world need to know too. But he won't talk as much as me. You know what I'm saying? But me, I do my.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get where he coming from though, but I get it on both sides though. Cause you he gonna be more locked in, training, focused, probably ignoring a lot of it.
Exactly.
But you in the YouTube screen, you see it, you hear it,
nigga, I'm running up on niggas. Nigga, what's up, nigga? Hey, I'm running up on niggas with receipts. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Look, but then they find a way to switch shit. Like I said, I'm still trying to goddamn find this Dr. Kevorkian that I ain't seen in 40. I'm so serious. I'm trying to find this Dr. Kevorkian that did not exist May the 16th when we were supposed to fight at the end of the year. But now, you feel what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to find it. It's so many things, and I just can't imagine. Like, bro, we did that to pull that shit. That nigga just pulled. Boy, they be cooking the shit out of us.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, man. I hate when fights don't get made because somebody gonna be framed as the duck. It's a played narrative, man. And like I said, I had an opportunity to speak to matchmakers, and that's not how they speak. Like, it should be money at the end of the day. And I know people don't want to hear that, but like, you hear certain promoters speak on it. Certain fights won't get made if people, can't come to terms, right? It gotta make sense on both sides, X, Y, and Z. You could argue all day about what you feel like somebody worth, but you can't never tell nobody that they can't negotiate. And now we were having a conversation, not accepting an offer and turning down a fight is not the same thing. Just because you don't accept something don't mean, I said no. That's not the same thing.
Right. No. Yeah, no. A fight itself always been accepted and never been turned down. It was always, okay, you give us this. And then all of a sudden something came out talking about they offered us this. Like, no, nigga, if they offered us this, we'd be fighting, you dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Right. But anyway, I want to go to Devin real quick. Let me touch back on that real quick. On the Devin situation.
Get into that. J Bean boxing and betting, man. I like B Norman, but Dev cut from that school. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate that love, man. Rude Exposure said great knockout, but I think when Junior throws his right hand, he doesn't take his head off that line, fix it, and y'all cooking with fish grease. Appreciate you, Rude. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, no, I take that to the criticism. I'm with you all the way on that. I'm with you. I was standing looking at not just that I was looking at. I mean, but that's part of the process. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You grow and learn. It's not that somebody don't know how to do it. It could be just like, and I'm not saying this to be fun. I'm saying this to be real. It's just like with, some fighters, they make excuses for why they doing something and why they not doing something. Like somebody said, I heard that they might not respect their power when they don't mind getting hit. I've heard all kinds of things. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that I think that all criticism needs to be taken into consideration and looked at and not be shunned upon or whatever. It's all about how it's given, like, constructive criticism. So I appreciate whoever said that. Appreciate you on that. But now you absolutely right on that.
Shout out to my guy, Rude Exposure. Appreciate you, bro. Right? I mean, that's what it's about. Like I ain't soft about it, but I just, that's my mission over here. That's something I stand by. I'm not getting up here tearing these fighters down. I'm going to have the conversation the right way. Like, there's ways to have this conversation without being toxic. Like, I'm big on that. Let's build. I always call it a boxing build. Like, let's have a healthy conversation around this shit without just pushing narratives. And you know what I mean? You got people listening. You should give them something good to listen to besides the same rhetoric and bullshit. So that's why I appreciate you even popping up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that, but we're gonna keep 1,000 on some other shit. You know what sells the most, right?
That drama.
Drama. So, you know what I'm saying? If you want your channel to be hot, you gotta goddamn throw some drama in there sometimes. You feel like,
I let it be more organic though. I don't force it.
Right? I feel you. I'm with you.
Right? I don't get a fighter up here and try to, force a moment. I let them talk their shit. They go a place, we gonna talk, but I just don't force it because I'm all
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Like, It's like this right here. It's like putting hot ass oil and grease. Right, it's like putting water and water and hot ass grease right here, and knowing they gonna mix. So it's like you got this nigga over here, you know what he about, and you got this nigga over here, you know what he about. You get them two on together, you know what the fuck gonna happen. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, man. I appreciate seeing you coming up to talk some boxing, man. This is unexpected, and I appreciate it because we was having.
Yeah, I just be passing through the YouTube street doing my, you know, I be on patrol. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, see what they talking about out here.
Yeah, let me see somebody in YouTube street this morning. You feel?
I'm pretty consistent with everybody though, because I take a different approach. Like I can't do what these guys do. So I'm not gonna get up here and talk like I could. So my assessments is gonna be a little different than most people. It's like a lot of fans talk like they could get in there and do what these dudes
man
do.
piss me off. You got one dude in your chat right now. Just saying, I ain't even get that nigga. I ain't even show that nigga no attention. You got one nigga in your chat right now, bro. I be like, this nigga really be talking. Like, bro, you will really get your ass whooped in one round with any kind of boxer. So I don't know nothing about the business. I'd be like, bro, shut the fuck up. But you know what? I said I'm just gonna ignore it because I ain't gonna get my blood pressure up today because the nigga just pissed me off so bad. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a sponge. I'm a student in this. I'm always willing to learn some shit and get some games.
I appreciate that. You learn some shit from people who've done it and been there, and you see the results. You clearly see I'm at where I'm at. My son is at where he at. I've done what I've done. Everything we've done is on record. You can look it up. And these motherfuckers ain't done one thing in boxing, but they telling you about what you need to be doing. That's the craziest shit in the world to me.
It is. You ain't never lie.
Yeah, that's like, hey, that's like a nigga who's starting his podcast telling you how you need to be goddamn doing your podcast. You like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Right. Start your own, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
Right.
So, what y'all see? What you see on the horizon, man? If you could peek into the future, man, who you think going want to try to challenge him for that title, man? Because I ain't no more high risk, low reward talk. Somebody he got a shiny title.
I think Rolly bold enough to do it, and I think Top Rank rocking with PBC now. So of course I ain't heard nothing about no fight like that. I'm just me talking on it. I'm just talking as a civilian. I ain't talked to my son about it or none of that.
For sure, I get it.
So I like Rolly. Again, I think that could be made because PBC and Tyran working together. I think, again, like I said, for homecoming, I think that Rashida Ellis could be made. You feel what I'm saying? Because we get a homecoming fight, we can ask for Rashida Ellis or Rohan Polanco or Alexis Rocha, showcase type fight.
Because I think they give him a homecoming fight. I feel like he earned it. It seemed like it makes sense.
I think that might. That's another reason I'm not saying nothing about no opponents or whatever.
I get it. You just speak. Right.
Yeah, because that could very well be on the horizon for next. And if that's on the horizon, I like that. I'm a man of my word, and I like that. My face card mean everything to me. That's why, in a podcast, my boy Tay, right?
Yeah, that's my guy, Tay Jones.
So Tay will tell you how 1,000 I am. You know what I'm saying?
So
anybody you talk to,
vice versa. That's my guy. I rock with Tay.
Right. So anybody that knows me personally ain't gonna tell you like, nah, B ain't finna lie about shit because I'm not ashamed of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I literally walk my own path and work my own motherfucking life, and I don't nobody control shit I do. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. I just feel like you make these appearances in an effort to be transparent in a way that most people are not. No. And with that, I get it. Not everybody's gonna agree with everything, but it's not always about that. It's bigger than that. It's you making an effort and giving the time to try to make people aware of the things that they may not know about. You get what I'm saying? So you got to just appreciate that. You're not Hollywood. You're not hard to get in touch. Like, you'll come up here and have the conversation. So I just got appreciation for that because you can always get some different game, different insight. You know what I mean? So
and that's some real shit. But like I was saying though, so I like back to the whatchamacallit fight. I like Alexis. Anybody that we can get at home or whatever else. I think they should be built. Oh, my bad. let me see, I skipped that back. I was past that. What I was saying about my face card mean everything to me, so you'll never catch me in a lie. Like, that's why I get on channels. I listen to questions. I'm going to ask the question. When you tell me I skipped the question, let me know, because I got a habit of talking and going left and be on some other shit before I answer the question. So about this part right here, I don't want to say anything whatsoever and my son get a homecoming fight, because then the opponent changes. You feel what I'm saying?
I get you.
So it's about what you're trying to accomplish now. We trying to go up? Are we trying to go up? Or are we trying to do a showcase? You feel me?
Right.
So I don't want, man, that nigga said he was going for rolling next. The nigga said he was going.
I get it. So that's to be clear, chat. That's not what he's saying. I asked him, like, about specific fights, and
that nigga said he want to fight rolling. Nigga, I heard. Nigga, go back and watch.
Right.
You be crazy, man.
A big Rolo, big 2 division champ, Rolly, man.
I like Rolly though. I met him in real life a couple of times. Very cool dude or whatever. Like, it'd be hard for it wouldn't. I don't think that'd be a drama type press conference type shit. That'd be like, he cool. He ain't. I mean, I heard him with other people, Tank and Devin, but he ain't. We cool. He ain't with that shit. If we had a fight, it'd be just pretty much stand up. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk shit, or if somebody say something, I get, again, I like that. Motherfucker say something the way, okay, boom, then you can let loose. But other than that, I think it'd be very respectful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so too.
It's about that bit.
Norman ain't going for that shit anyway.
Say what now?
Shout out to Rolly, man. I say Norman ain't going for that anyway, but Rolly seemed chill though, man. He just
man, real cool.
He a funny guy, man. I don't dislike Rolly. I feel like low key, I was talking about it the other day. He an overachiever to me a little bit.
Oh yeah. Was that 2 division world title? Two division.
That's what they got him listed at. That's what they gonna call him, because I think he's gonna get elevated, I believe.
Yeah, 2 division. Yeah, 2 division world title. I mean, that'd be a real interesting movie. That's another reason I can't say nothing. I said before, since that other fight can't be made, because that was really. Like, we really thought that was gonna happen. Real talk, we really we was like, okay, everything was out the way. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, this. We like, everything was out the way, and unfortunately, that ain't gonna happen or whatever else. So again, I don't know which way he gonna head. We ain't talked about it, you know what I'm saying? Because he enjoying his win, so we ain't had no like.
Right. It's understandable for sure.
What you
be in warp speed. What's next, man? We fighting next.
Right.
Unified.
And we was with his manager. We was with his manager last night, this morning, whatever you want to call it. But we was with his manager, and she was like, "Just enjoy your win." But because what happens is the phone started ringing after the last fight. You feel what I'm saying? The phone started ringing and like Jen's, whatever go on. And we're like, okay, I got this on the table, this on the table, this on the table. Like with the Jen Sasaki fight, in between that Boots fight, we had 3 offers or something. Right. We had 3 ways we could have went. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But one of them made the most sense, and that's the way we took. Is now when we went to Japan. You feel me?
Right.
And we out here in Japan, we got that experience. A lot of niggas can't say they went to Japan. We went to Japan, they paid for us to go. You feel what I'm saying?
I picked up some fans along the way too, because
man, a lot of fans. These motherfuckers, bro. These motherfuckers are amazing. Let me tell you something, man. These motherfuckers are. When we came out, remember when we was in San Diego with Giovanni Santillan, the fans booed us, right? Win, loss, when they announced the name, we was booed, we was called niggas, we was called everything. We was booed, we was all the way through. Man. These people, when we came out the press conference, we went to the van, the loading dock, where the limo, the van was, or whatever van was. The workers with hard hats. Everybody gave us a standing ovation. I was like, what the fuck? These are Japanese people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. It made me cringe, because they say black people can't be racist, but that's bullshit. It made me. They so nice and respectful here. When I be reading these comments and they say shit like beat the sushi out of them and turn that nigga the chop suey, all that shit there, I cringe because I'm like, God, because they be talking. They don't talk with nothing but respect.
Yeah.
They don't treat us like that.
That's why I like that after he got the win, of course he's not going to over.
That's why he did it.
But he bowed and stuff. Like
that's why he did it. That's why he, bro.
perceive it the right way. You get what I'm saying?
Nothing but
Give it
respect.
proper
Nothing but respect out here, man.
Right.
No formal disrespect. We've been here for 2 weeks. There's been no formal disrespect anywhere. No formal disrespect.
Right. That's dope. Shout out to the butcher, man. He had a question for you. He said, do you think Junior will ever move up to 154 or 160?
We going to 150. We got to go to 150 because we got to go to 154 because there's somebody that we got to see. I don't know how long it's gonna take because my son walked around. Like I said, he must be getting I know he getting a little bigger. He was at walking around at 157, 160. He used to gain a little bit, but he was gaining the muscle this time. So he's walking around a little bit bigger this time. But I don't know how long because he made 147. This was the easiest weight cut we had in a long time. I ain't gonna say it's the easiest ever because he was smaller, but this is the easiest weight cut we had in at least 4 or 5 years. Like that. I mean, it was easy. Real easy.
That's dope, man. Shout out to 619 Cali. Appreciate the support, homie. He said Norman Jr. needs a fight at State Farm Arena. Right, man.
We working on it, man. Either State Farm, Gateway, somewhere. We working on it, bro. We gonna work on it. We gonna talk to him. Top Rank is loving us. Y'all see Bob came out here showing love. I ain't never been quiet about getting because I'm a realist. That's who I am. I'm a realist about what's going on, when it's going on. You asked me about this Giovanni and did they throw us to the wolves? Hell yeah, I'm gonna tell you now. They don't give a fuck about. I'm gonna tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? But people don't take that into consideration when I get to talking. They used to niggas lying so much. You feel what I'm saying? So Top Rank fucking with us hard now.
Threw in there to lose. He was tossed in there to lose that fight. We knew that.
Absolutely,
you know
absolutely. He was not tossing. He was not tossing to lose this fight though.
Bro. That's what I believe. That's really opened people's eyes.
He wasn't tossing to lose this fight though. You got some people because Top Rank was they made me. I got mad about that, and I talked to some people about that too. But you know, somebody said they're promoting the fight itself. You know what I'm saying? They was showing clips of Sasaki. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that shit pissed me off bad. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And I opened my mouth. I said they was like, man, you got to think about it. So they showing his knockout. They're showing like it's benefit to your son because they're showing his opponent and his pluses. But I ain't really perceive it that way, but it was what it was. But they definitely didn't send us in to lose this time. They came down directly. Bob came down directly. They came down for nobody else but us because they didn't have no other fighters on the card. So that was huge. You come all the way to Japan to support us. And, Bob like 90-something years old. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, that was dope too, man. He behind y'all like that because shit, that's a travel for you. Like you said, 90 plus, man. Bob
90 plus, bro. Yeah, so that was amazing, man. That was amazing. They came out, showed us love. The whole team came out, showed us love. So they tell you the money they spent on us, like they treated us like that's why I say they treated us like royalty while we was here. That
was y'all first time going over there?
Yes, hell yeah, great. But I hope it ain't our last time. We told we'll fight Andy Hiroko if they win. If that nigga want to move
up. Right. Shout out to Talib Cunningham. Appreciate the support, homie. He said Carolina in this bitch. He said that's how you do it, Lil B. We proud in Savannah and South Carolina. That's how you do it. Hand down, man down. Shout out to you,
man. The South got something to say, man. If you from the South, you know what I'm talking about, man. The South got something to say, baby.
Yes,
South got something to say. But it's all good, man. Well, I just chopped out chop it up. I seen you working this shit, man. I just came on to holler at you, man.
And I appreciate it, man. You're always welcome up to chop it up. This is a legit platform where boxing gonna get its just due. I'm gonna say it to people that get tired of hearing it. Everybody
it's all good. Hey, hold on. We'll do this now. Hold on, we'll do that. If anybody want to hold my feet to the fire on anything and see if I see something twisted or don't make sense, ask me a question. I bet you ain't got none.
Shout out to the chat. If y'all got any questions,
questions that you think ain't gonna make no sense, you ask me now. I bet it's gonna be the same answer I always gave. I can't remember lies. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Oh man, yeah. He said, "What was y'all eating out there?"
Man, the fucking food was great. The food is better than our food. Period.
Wow. Healthy.
No, they say it's because no preservatives. We got preservatives in our food over there.
Right.
It says because they got no preservatives. Bro, the food was I've been eating American food for the most part, like TGI Fridays, but then I might go. They got a bunch of restaurants of their own, but it's like American food, like lamb, steaks, shrimp. Regular shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck I ate? I ate octopus for the first time. That
Wow.
was
Try somebody else's word. Yeah. So my guy behind the hands TV. Appreciate you. Yeah. Any idea why they introduced Norman second?
I
First,
don't
was it
know.
first?
Let me tell you, I don't know
First.
if you noticed.
Wasn't
I mean, you got to think when we came here, this was for Sasaki. This was not for us. So Japan pay. I mean, let's keep it real. Y'all can look it up if you want to. The ones who don't believe me, talking about seeing contracts, they paid us a lot of money to come here to give him this opportunity. This was in 36 years. They said this is the first welterweight title shot that they ever had or that's been held here. So we were a part of history. They paid to make us that part of history. They had the posters they had my son first on one side, the other on the other side, but then the majority of the other, 85% of the other ones had Jen big as hell, my son small, like it was all crazy, but you got to think, this they shit, they pay for it, of course you gonna put your mans out there, of course you gonna promote it, you feel what I'm saying? Same thing Top Rank was doing, they was supposed to promote my son more, but of course they was promoting the other guy because they want to sell the fight, you feel me?
Right.
So somebody said that that's the way they do it here. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they said. Yeah, that's what I was talking. But hey, guess what?
That was interesting. I'm like, why the hell are they doing that? Little
Hey,
stuff,
but
I'm like,
get what? Get what? That shit didn't matter.
Ain't matter. Yeah,
That shit
unfazed, bro. Got a hell of a poker face.
We came out here, man. People gotta understand that we don't. This is what we don't get credit for. People gotta understand. We came out here with no fear. We came out here with no worries. They was talking about no drug testing, which they did end up drug testing, but I don't give a fuck what they say.
Oh yeah,
I don't care what they say. That man was on something. I don't care what they say. That shit may come out. That shit may come back dirty, and they just don't even tell us. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. But also, yeah, it was drug testing. You said
it was drug testing. They told us that it was not. I found out today that it was. They told us it was not because I had some other worries. I was like, I don't want them. I said, I don't want my son. I thought my son was gonna stop the sooner. I thought my son was gonna stop between 1 and 3. And I still like the time you talking about when his legs was like dropping down and coming that shit down. That was some weird shit to see.
It was.
Yeah, that was some weird shit to see. But when he was doing that, I felt like my son could have stepped on him, but he was taking his time. He was chilling. And in the end, when I think back on it, he did need the rounds because he had 10 months off before the last fight with Cuevas, and he only did 3 rounds with Cuevas. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These fighters do need their ring. They do need their ring. You know what I'm saying? They do need to be in the ring. Yeah, they need that. So I thought it was going to be quicker than that. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like he could, especially in the 3rd round, but he didn't. And I'm glad he didn't because he wouldn't have got that motherfucking highlight knockout that's possibly, again, 2 times in a row. Giovanni was a potential knockout of the year last year, and then you got Sasaki potential knockout of the year this year, 1 month after the year anniversary of the last one. You feel what I'm saying? The other was May the 18th. Hey, look, the other one May 18th. This one June the 19th. Literally 1 month and 1 day after the last one.
Wow.
Real shit. Real shit.
So I say that's
the
shit that's getting people to really open their eyes.
Absolutely. Oh no, they gonna open it.
Name dropping. It's them performances. And I was talking about this earlier. The names that you mentioned with your name don't matter if you're not winning your fights.
Absolutely.
And when you winning like that, I feel like it's all right to mention somebody else's name that's within that caliber of fighter. Like, what else are you supposed to do? It's
crazy.
Bro. We especially if you're looking at the best couple guys in the division, those are the guys that should be talking about each other.
Absolutely.
He said, GB, he said, when Earl coming back?
I don't know. Look, to speak on what you were just saying, even when one is not as popular as the other one, if they both, like you just said, in the same bracket, the same caliber, you know what I'm saying? And that's a very real possibility of that fight. You call that motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around that. That's who I want. That's not a clout chase. That's who the fuck I want. Let me get him. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said Tiger Johnson versus Brian Norman Jr. I like Tiger.
Tiger Johnson, I think also would be what I said, a homecoming fight. So again, and I'm saying this respectfully, but I'm saying this because I'm saying this because we got where we are, you know, by design. Of course, somebody gave us a shot because they thought we was some bullshit. They thought we were gonna lose, but that didn't happen. But I do think everybody deserves a shot. It's just about when or whatever. I think Tiger Johnson older than him. I think like 26, 27. My son 24.
Mhm.
But that's a step backwards. Polanco will step backwards. Rashida Ellis will step backwards. So if we gonna step back, it has to be for a reason. And that reason that I can think of, again, it's just my thoughts. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. The only reason I can think of would be a showcase fight for homecoming.
Mhm.
If it ain't a showcase fight for homecoming and we fight somewhere else, we don't want to fight no fucking Tiger Johnson. I'm not saying fucking like disrespectfully, but we don't want to fight no Tiger Johnson. We don't want to fight no Polanco. We don't want to fight no Rashid. That does nothing for our careers. You have you have people there to say he's more known, he's more popular. Okay, cool. Congratulations. In this situation, what we trying to do, they're not big enough. How about that? We're trying to go for bigger fish. We understand they bigger than us, but we want to go for bigger fish. Because stepping backwards in the rankings and the this and the that, they've been in the game all these years and they ain't got their chance yet. What the hell does that say about them?
Right. Shout out to the Queen Lisa. She said, "How did you train Junior to become such a calm boxer?" Yeah, you keep a cool head, bro.
It happened out the blue, and Giovanni. What was crazy is I told him this is how I want him to be. I said, this is how I want you to be. I want you to be comfortable in the fight. That was years before he did it. I told him, I want you to spar a lot. I want you to act like it's second nature, like James Toney. You know how James Toney is, right? How relaxing shit he is.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's what I told him. Then some shit happened, and you get to thinking about all the punches that take sparring and the this, and I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to spar that much. So then a few years later, I don't know if it kicked in then, but Giovanni fight. If the fight is a good fight, Giovanni Santillon and Brian Norman, go watch the fight. You can skip forward to about round 4 or 5 on out. Bro, if you watch his face, he was so, and the heat was coming at him. The pressure was coming at that man. Was doing everything he could do. He was doing not elbows. He was doing shoulders. Forearm blocks. Put his head up in his face. Go watch it. Hitting him behind the head. He did everything he could do.
I was watching some of it recently, and I was seeing the way he was responding to the pressure moments.
Chilling, no problem.
Yeah.
Chilling. Yeah. That's how you do what they say, swim and not get wet, chilling in the fire. You know what I'm saying? I think, but that could be a good thing or a bad thing. And I think that's why whoever said something about keeping his head, I think that's why he do that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? He's not worried about like people think he don't got the chin. That nigga can take a punch. He can take a fucking punch. You know what I'm saying? He clearly can take a punch.
I thought he did well defensively as well.
He did great. He did great. He did great. I think he did great defense.
Mistakes, and I'm watching from fight to fight and the gradual progressions and just being sharper and more aware in the moment. And that shit is, you just putting it all together. That's what you get in them type of performances. Staying relaxed. The way he was able to like catch his shots and punch in between, I'm like, bro, this shit ain't no way it's going the distance, bro.
Absolutely, I completely agree again.
And he too calm, and he too aggressive, and he just clipped.
And he hit too fucking hard. That nigga cracking. He hit too fucking hard. He hit too fucking hard.
You probably didn't catch it. I caught an interview with Janelle Boca Chica.
I seen that bullshit. Somebody can't hit. Okay, but okay. So the guy that was, I bet that guy laid out in that stretch ain't gonna say that. And then I also bet you that same Janelle Boca Chica mysteriously threw an elbow intentionally for some reason. Why would you fuck up your chance? Why would you fuck up your chance to knock off this undefeated fighter? Come on, bro. We don't use our head here. We just be saying shit because it fits what we want to believe. It fits that, oh man, he a duck. He's sorry. He did. I told you he can't hit. Okay, he can't hit, but he in his last 3 fights, he's 3-0 with 3 knockouts. Those guys combined record of 7-8-2 with 50-something knockouts. 3-0, 3 knockouts. What's the last 3 rankings of your favorite fighter? How did he do? You know what I'm saying? They like to compare knockouts and everything else. That knockout right there, I guarantee you ain't gonna find nobody in boxing right now that got a knockout like that. Nobody. If it ain't wild, I'm sorry. If it ain't wild,
Yeah, that right there was brutal, man. That
Yeah,
right there.
if it ain't Wilder, the only one that lay a nigga out and it be laying there. You know what I'm saying?
That's them knockouts that people be wanting to see. It's crazy, but they be wanting to see somebody soul leave their body.
Right,
Well,
sleep. Hey, motherfucker over there sleep, man.
yeah, you get what I'm saying? They loving it, man. We some damn savages. Shout out to
Hey, but man, we some bullshit. But hey,
you know what I'm saying?
that
We
place,
want to see somebody go to sleep, man.
man, that place was so goddamn quiet, man. After that shit happened, man, like
he silenced
that
the
was
crowd
crazy.
with that one. Yeah,
Crowd was
yeah.
dead.
Shout
Crowd
out
was
to you,
dead, bro.
Appreciate the support. He said, "Hey, senior, why your son do that boy like that?"
Man, I mean, you got to think about it like this, big dog. It's different ways. Respect, cool. That respect, cool. But this is sport. This is the boxing, and this we the hurt business, right? It's the respect sport. I mean, they're respectful over here, but we in the hurt business. And
right.
He came to America, wrote a letter, and called my son out. So you called this big bad wolf to you, man. Props to you for doing that. Props to you for the payday. Props to you for the respect. Props to him for the support that he has in this city. He has a lot of support in this city. I think what they was, they put it in the 5,000 45 to $5,000 5-seat arena. It was sold out. It was packed. I think they were doing that to test him to see what he could do. That was his first headline like that, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what they was doing. I think they was doing that to test way, but they was loving him, man. They had, remember where they had his posters and shit everywhere. Cool.
Yeah,
You gonna bring normal
autographs and stuff on the way out.
Sign the autographs and shit. Say, giving the nigga movies. Hey, giving the nigga movies and shit before he come out and shit like he the champ. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Shout out to Aisha. Said interesting. The Butcher, he said, can you see your son fighting in Saudi Turkey card?
What looking for it, waiting on it. Wait, I'm hoping Devin do. I'm hoping he called for a Devin fight with that. I thank you for who just asked me that question. You just put me back to something I was finna say. I got a bad mind. I don't skip questions. I never skip questions. If I don't say it and I got to talking and I went left because I got bad about doing that shit. Back what I was finna say. Hopefully in that situation, again, it ain't up to me. Hopefully in that situation, Devin was looking for a fight August the 16th or something. My son took minimum damage again, as he did the last fight, which was at the end of March, so pretty much April. So he fought 2 months later. We don't mind fighting in August. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So hopefully Turkey, I know that Devin was looking for an opponent. Again, this just me running my motherfucking mouth and it got nothing to do with nobody else. Hopefully Turkey do that. Devin said they gonna price themselves out. He wasn't talking that shit when it came to T.O. offering them at the $11 million, $8. Like, what? He wasn't talking that to him. So to me, I sound like, what you mean? You think $8 million ain't gonna be enough, nigga? You think $11 million ain't gonna be enough? What you talking about? Since when we get the well pricing out come in at? Okay, as of right now, we just made more than T.O. So what he say? T.O. say he ain't never made $1 million. Okay, we just made more than T.O. made. So what we talking about? You feel what I'm saying? How we gonna price? Why T.O. ain't gonna price himself out? You talking about T.O. running from you, but we gonna price ourselves out. What we talking about? You feel what I'm saying? Especially if you all can fucking M's and shit, nigga. Come on, man, stop playing. Man, and then it'll be Turkey. It'll be Turkey offering it, not him. So hopefully Turkey get off of that shit and it can get made or whatever. But again, that's just me running my mouth talking and wishful thinking. I ain't talked to nobody, heard nothing from nobody. I don't know shit.
Right. And Butcher, shout out to you, bro, for the question too. So chance of fighting Boots. I think that's it is what it's in stone now because he going up and shit.
Yeah, that ain't. I mean, I just hate. I hate that out of this whole with that whole situation. I hate that you got me, like you said, being very transparent, very open. I did it with his daddy. I got the messages, bro. I will send them to you. I got the message to his brother. I got the message to YSM, but I ain't send all that. But I've been very transparent about everything that was going on. This man can say nothing, and the public will make it. They will spin it and make it what they wanted to be. You feel what I'm saying? They will make it what they wanted it to be. I don't give a fuck how fishy it look. I don't give a fuck how crazy it look. I don't give a fuck how long it takes for him to come back and explain it. For him to, like, brother, man, he announced a possible move up the week of my son fight when you just asked for a fight at the end of the year. If my son had done that, you announced a possible move up, and then you said because the doctor told you was underperforming. So why is it a possible move up? Why didn't you announce a fight? Why the timing of you announcing that move up? Who gives a fuck? Nigga, make a fight, announce a fight. That nigga at 154, he finna fight, says that. Just do that. What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? People just act so slow. This shit is not even hard. It's basic. But they don't want to believe it. So but that's the frustrating part to me. It's like, bro, I could come out here and talk to my head turn blue, and all of it gonna make sense. You feel what I'm saying? This nigga come out here boring it with his boring ass. I'm being real. He come out here boring ass, tell you some fuck shit. Yeah, man, Dr. Kevorkian told me that my goddamn plasma and shit was low, so I've been underperforming and shit. And yeah, he said I'm gonna be. Hey, look, the doctor told me when I get my power, I'm gonna have a lot more power. Nigga, the doctor told you that? I thought power was technique and some other shit. This nigga said the doctor told me when I go to 154, I'm gonna be a lot better. You lying motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. You a lying motherfucker. They ate that shit right on the. I told you nigga with weight, right? I told you. This nigga ain't even that big, bro. I got a picture beside this nigga. I'm 5'9", bro. Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. Bear with me for 1 second.
Y'all hit that
Go ahead,
like
talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Yeah, you already know. Bach Rhyme and Boachuk with fight boots. Virgil will definitely fight boots. Everybody hit that like button too. We're gonna keep building. That boots hold the space in their head. Yeah, he just explained why it's that way with them. And I get it. For me, hearing the way everything was getting broke down, I felt like one of your focuses that people was missing. It wasn't even on boots. It sounded like you was pointing out the way what Eddie's intentions was.
Initially.
Look, I'm not just up here trying to agree. I want everybody to be clear. This is my own personal point of view. When the last time he mentioned the fight and then trying to force the negotiations before you get through your current fight. And then you being willing to negotiate right after the fight. Just let us get through our fight. I'm just being real. That didn't sound unreasonable to me. Like it's like you don't want to necessarily count chickens before they hatch, and you this close to a fight. You want to lock in on this. Let us get our business done, and then we can get right to this. I just never thought that was crazy. I'm not trying to agree with you or side with you or nothing. To me, I just thought it was reasonable, and you made it clear, like, bro, right after that, let us. I think you said it was like bad juju or something. Like, why would we do that when you got a fight line?
Can you see this?
It's that beat. I can see you. That Norman. Is that Bozy Boots?
All right. You see me in the black? Hold on. I gotta keep it up. I can't flip my damn camera around this way. Hold on. Hey, gosh, shit. That's it.
Try to expand the picture if you could. Blow the picture. Can you? I can see it. The size. You point out the size difference. You don't think?
No. Do you see me? I'm on the right next to Aaron. Look, Aaron Peterson on line.
To the left, right?
I'm the second to the left. There's Aaron Peterson on line. Listen, Aaron Peterson, JYD with his lying ass. This is the first and only day we ever seen this man in our life. My son sparred JYD and he sparred what's my name? J-Rock. Those are the two people my son sparred this day. He didn't even spar Boots this day. This is the first one and only day we ever seen JYD. Right here. It's the first and only day. Right? This nigga goes on. That's why I'm gonna tell you how these niggas is. This nigga goes on telling lies. He's seen us plenty of nigga, we ain't seen you but one time ever. I didn't even know who this nigga was because he had shaved his face off, shaved his eyebrow. I didn't know who that nigga was. Like, who the fuck is you? Now, look at Boots. You see me to the second to the right. Do you see how big I am?
Right.
Am I bigger than these niggas? Look at my size.
Don't really look like it, bro. I mean,
bro,
you might weigh more than them, but
yes, okay, you're right. I weigh more than them. I'm bigger than them, right?
Yeah,
I weigh more than them, right? That's what I'm talking about. I weigh more, right?
For sure.
I'm 220 pounds, right? About 215, 220, right? Right, 220 max, because 215, 220. To my left is J-Rock, right?
Right.
All right, my son 5'8". You see my son over here? Me and Boots about the same height. I'm 5'9".
Right.
Do you see how tall he is?
Yeah.
You see how skinny he is.
Right.
That man is not big.
Who's got that athletic build for sure?
He got an athletic, slender build. He's not.
He's not no super overly
He
muscular.
was not
He ripped up,
fucking.
but he
He
do got
been
a
lifting
slender
weight.
athletic build. He do.
He been lifting weight because I talk shit. I told his daddy he hit like a bitch. Oh, I told daddy he hit like a girl before camp. Oh, okay, that's why I've been saying what I've been saying. When I was like, even in this fight here, after the fight, I don't know if y'all heard me in the camera saying that's how you get him out of there. Did y'all hear me saying that?
Mm-hmm.
You heard me saying that?
Get him out of here.
I was fucking with Bozy. I was fucking with Bozy. I press these niggas hard. That's how you get them out of there. You feel what I'm saying, nigga? You don't leave it to the judge, nigga. Judge and jury, we brought them with us, nigga. We brought our own judge and jury, nigga. We don't need your judge. You feel what I'm saying?
For me, I mean, I seen Boots fight live once in Philly. And I ain't never stood next to him. I ain't have a chance to stand next to him.
He not that big.
I always thought he was a big welterweight. Me personally, I did, but that's me. I'm a skinny guy. I thought Boots.
Yeah, I think what that is people want people to be gigantor. They want their heroes to be big. You know what I mean? A small hero like a 5'8", 5'9" hero is not appealing. You feel what I'm saying? They want, and he ain't but 5'9", 5'10" max. He ain't 6 feet. He ain't 5'11".
5'10", I think they got him listed. I think.
Yeah, 5'10" is 5'10". I can go for 5'10". 5'10", I can go for whatever because I ain't never sized him up like that. But the nigga is my height. We eye to eye. He ain't big, and you see how slim he is. He's not that big. Again, if he been lifting weights now, whatever else, maybe he done put on some weight or whatever. Well, back, but he did that on his own.
They saying he bigger now, so I seen somebody.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's bigger now. That's what I'm saying. He's bigger now, but they was calling him big back then. Yeah. They been calling a nigga big since he been at welterweight.
For sure.
Yeah, it was called the big then. So anyway, I just be looking at that bullshit like, bro, where is the energy for you saying you wanted to fight in October, November, December, but then when that fight could be, so what if we would have locked in before this fight? Then what would have happened? The doctor with the Kevorkian would have said, yeah, you can magically fight now because you're gonna perform this. But nobody questions none of that. Not only does those doctors don't exist, not only does those doctors not exist, we ain't gonna question what the fuck he talking about, even though it don't make sense.
No, you went out.
Right back. All right. They in my own boat. You hear me?
Yeah, man. 54-60. I mean, if y'all was listening, look, at the end of the day, I allow people to speak their piece. It's not for me to try to tell you what your business is and how you see it. And I can understand clearly what you're saying. Both of y'all got a way, both sides got a way y'all see things, man. I always wish as a fight fan that it could have worked. Seemed like realistically, this is just my opinion. I feel like y'all ran out of time. For me, being that this is just me, and they know I've been saying this without you here with Eddie Hearn, I just feel like he can gain from it with him being at 54. I'm not saying I feel like Boots will fight anybody, but in this situation, when I hear one of the promoters like pre-announcing, like, being premature announcing a guy going to 54, vacating his titles, it's like he did it a number of different times. It's almost like you nudging him up that way anyway. Like, and you got a guy like Conor Benn that's looking to come back at 47. You ain't never talked about making a Boots and no Conor Benn fight. And as long as Boots there, ain't no way he getting the title from him. So I always felt like it was, it's not a bad thing, but it probably works for Eddie because you ain't got to put them two guys against each other. You can have Boots go up to 54 and watch. I'm gonna be paying close attention to how Conor Benn move or what his next move is. I would not be surprised if he tried to position him to get one of them belts. So I always felt like he was willing to nudge him because he kept like announcing it before Boots even came out and said 54. He like, well, you're gonna go to 54. I watched all the interviews. He said it at least 3 or 4 times before Boots could even come out and say it on his own. That's why I wasn't blaming him. And people got teams. I probably, you never know what the conversations is, but I would never think Boots was scared or Norman was scared. I just don't look at neither fighter that way. But seeing the way things are and lined up and the pieces on the chessboard fall, he can kind of gain from this. You ain't got to stress about trying to you had 2 fighters jockeying for titles, and it seemed like you ain't had no problem with Boots being at 54. That's just me, my personal opinion.
I feel you. Since January, I've been consistent, and I told my son this, and I told everybody else this about when I started. You know, about the end of the year last year, listening to interviews and watching the way certain things was going. I told my son, and I didn't know why. I never said he was scared. Still ain't never said he was scared. I said, bro, that nigga don't want to fight you. You know why you say that? Because I'm listening to him. I'm watching him. I'm watching how he moving. Even with the stay on the thing, you go back and watch. Go back and listen to the interview. He stopped all of that undisputed. He wasn't talking undisputed no more. He started talking undisputed after I started talking shit. You even got a clip where I said, don't duck us, because I heard the way he was talking. They was asking, do you want Norman next? Do you want Barrio? I'm focused on this fight here. I'm focused on St. Jones. I ain't focused on nothing in front of me. I'm going to be 2 times than you. He was saying all that shit there. I'm just focused on this, and then we're going to see what we're going to do. But before, it was all undisputed. It was all undisputed. It was all undisputed. I started going around doing YouTube show like, brother, nigga ain't talking undisputed no more. I know what the fuck I'm listening to. He not talking the same. The niggas going. I said the niggas gonna run, and I think I was on Coach Malik. I can't remember which one, but they put it out there as a headline. Nigga, don't duck us. I think it might have been the Boxer Post, one of them. Don't, and that's what I was talking about. I seen the way he was talking. So whatever the fuck his reason is, I don't give a fuck what. I was thinking first it could have been he didn't want us to get the notoriety. He didn't want to share the ring with us. That's why I was like, it could have been any damn thing. But the nigga don't want to fight us. I swear that's on all my motherfucking kids' life. That nigga and Mosey do not want to fight us. I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck with that 54, 60. They don't want to be in the ring with us. Like, I done disrespected everything about you, nigga. I called your daddy, nigga. I called your brother, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Defend your fucking honor. Defend your family. You go down to stand yo, but you can't go down for me talking all this shit, nigga. Come on, bro. Real grimy, real greasy. Nigga, where you at? Feel that's making Philly look real bad. I'm begging that nigga to come shut me the fuck up. He won't do it. And won't nobody press him to do it either. That's even crazier. That's even crazier.
He did say, though, when somebody asked about 54-60, he said that, you know, somebody up there that they want to see. So, you know, that's obvious. That, you know, as far as making the fight, it's never, for me, it's like, all right, it didn't happen. It's not the end of the world. You know, Boots go to 54. Y'all still doing y'all thing. Still an opportunity. Y'all move up. He be there. You just never know what could happen in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. The fans
I just can't stay stuck on it. I wouldn't blame either side.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm gonna let it go. I'm not
positions, and I'm just like, I can see their side. I can see your side. For me, it's just like, overall, you just wasn't able to get on the same.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go in a minute, but I gotta talk my shit first because it's too obvious. Look, it's too obvious. We was ducks because we was $300,000 away. But then you still have Boots himself saying, if you make $100,000, which we made more than that, y'all can Google that now. If you made $100,000 your last fight, and I offer you $2 million, which one you doing? And I said, bitch, if you offered us $2 million, we will be fighting.
Right.
The fuck are we talking about? But you told a bold-faced lie. If I offer you $2 million, which one you doing? Nigga, give us $2 million. You didn't give us $2 million. You didn't offer us $2 million. That was a known fact. That's what the argument was about.
Right.
But you say that out. You say that out loud to sway the people. I've seen niggas saying she offered you $4 million. You know, he got people thinking that they offered us to fight before Sasaki fight. They didn't offer us no fucking fight. It's a public knowledge. They offered us a fight May the 16th.
Right.
And he came out and said that.
Right.
Come on, bro.
We still rocking. We still supporting both sides, and I'm still a supporter.
Oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, I'm gonna be done with it in a minute because I know what the fuck going on. I knew what's going on. I know what's going on. I've been knew what was going on, and I knew what was going to happen. I kind of didn't believe it was going to happen at first. I'm like y'all with that too, and I couldn't understand why. But I'm like, bro, clearly. And then now, and even what he just said with his fake ass doctor's note. Nigga, he don't want to fight you. That's what I told my boy. I said, back to even before the stadium, when he was talking like he was talking, moving like he was moving. I said, B, he don't want to fight you. That's it.
All right. Man.
But shit, man, you hold it down, man. It's not champing it up with you, big dog.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. And look, keep doing what y'all doing. We rocking with you. And we can't wait to see the next one, man. I'm tuned in.
We're going to keep putting on the performances, and then we're going to keep making the public pressure. I'm not talking about. I'm gonna do a couple more recently, and I'm done with that shit. But I'm gonna put my motherfucking points out there. Like nigga, if I said
Man,
I
no
want to fight,
business, for
hey
sure.
look. I'm gonna say I want to fight in October, but before October, I'm moving up. We couldn't get away with that shit.
Right.
But all right, man, I'm gonna holler at you, dog.
I get it. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. That's hit that like button again, man. I appreciate everybody rocking out. Appreciate Norman seeing coming up. And you know, I just allow people to speak their piece, man. You know, like I always say, I'm gonna stay consistent. I rock with both sides. I hear it on both sides. The respect of both, man. For me, ultimately, I always just hope, you know, future references that they would be to get on the same page so the fight could happen. You can stay stuck all you want on wanting to frame one guy or the other as a duck. It really don't get you nowhere. And for me, like I said, I've been able to talk to a matchmaker, and when they going in them rooms and trying to put them fights together, that kind of energy and talk doesn't come up. Oh, ducking this, ducking that. Like it's real shit. People be doing business, and it's just this simple. They had a number they were looking for. They were unable to secure it. To me, that doesn't mean that you don't want to fight. You get what I'm saying? You just don't want to fight for the number that you get what I'm saying? You want what you want, and you wasn't able to get it. So you just keep on moving, and that's what they did. So he explained why it's a little bit different with them and how it got a little, not so much personal, but he explained exactly why he speak the way he speak. You ain't got to agree with everything he said, but you could just understand he trying to tell you from his side of view how he see it. And for me, I just like a conversation. I will always like to speak to the other side, let them talk as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't put no words in nobody's mouth. I just like to hear their perspective on what he feel like happened. And that's just what it is. I ain't got to, you know what I'm saying, overly grill him about nothing. Nah, we could just, I want to listen to him and hear him out. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate his time, man, coming up here. They had a great performance, and we rock with it. I mean, I know this climate is just sold on anytime a fight isn't made, then somebody had to duck, but that's just not the reality. You know, sometimes it's just as simple as money and not being able to be agreed on. It could be smaller things, other shit outside of that. You know what I mean? Bullshit reasons, and then the fight won't be made. You get what I'm saying? You see this stuff all the time, but when negotiations are, excuse me, borderline like made public, it almost causes a divide with the fans, because now you start seeing fans at one fighter and the other fighter, and then it's like a split, and you forced to kind of pick with one side, and he's lying and they're telling the truth, or they telling the truth and they lying. You get what I'm saying? I try to hear both sides out and make a logical assessment on it. You get what I'm saying? So it's very simple. You ask for something that you wasn't able to get. So what did they do? Kept on fighting. You know what I mean? Putting together great performances, big knockouts. This one, biggest knockout of his career. Went over there foreign soil to beat some ass. So it is what it is, man. I just keep building, man. Boots now. You up at 54. It's time for him to be great up there. You get what I'm saying? Until the next time they meet or find themselves in the same weight class, then you know that conversation is gonna come back up. But this is for me, and I'll end this part with that. As long as I've been able to know and identify who Brian Norman Jr. is, I've always seen him to be a legit fighter that wants to prove it. That kid goes to the smoke. Let me point something out. I had interviewed him, and I, asked him about some of the people he worked with. The man sparred Terrence Crawford, Boots Ennis, and Tank Davis all in like a short-ass time span. Like a young fight. He's still young now, and this was a few years ago, a couple years ago at least. And he sparred all three of these guys in such a short proximity from each other. And you telling me that's a guy that's scared to challenge himself? It's not logical. Like that like people don't do shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Back, you getting world-class, top-level work. You get what I'm saying? Ain't like he was one of the most decorated amateurs in this Olympian. That wasn't his path. You get what I'm saying? A lot of his work, that shit was learning on the job. Them first 14 or so fights that they was talking about and going that Mexico route, like they really put in some work. That's why I say, if you really understand the story, you got to be appreciate to where they at right now. And you don't got to pick no side. I rock with him, and I definitely rock with Team Ennis. I'm team boxing at the end of the day, and I respect both parties enough to let If anybody had talked to me, let them speak their piece and just try to hear them out. It's that simple. He got his ideal on what happened and how he felt. That's all good. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I've always said, they got 2 real fighters. It would have been the best fight at welterweight, in my opinion. And it just would have been that. Big shout out to Justin James, too, back in the cash. Wood said for the Norman Jr. Senior interview. Appreciate you, C. Wood. Much
and we ain't
love,
never
bro.
got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Hold on, my bad. Said for not your worth, just don't know for discern. Oh, shout out to discernment, man. Appreciate you, bro.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to discernment. He said for not question. He said you are worth just a donor from discernment. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, man. I appreciate B Norman seeing you coming up here to chop it up, man. The journey continues for them. They had a great win. Urban Mac, shout out to you. God body Sean. Jen got knocked by Andy, a 140-pounder. Rashidi stopped Jen at 4 or less. Shit, we just got to see him in there, you know. Got to see Rashidi in there. You know what I mean? He been a little MIA-ish, you know, but I want to see him back in the mix. I think he been over in the TCL, so you know. It'd be good to see him. I wouldn't mind seeing Rashidi in the mix because he a hell of a fighter. Fast as hell, got power, can box. I mean, just good fighter all around. So him, man, I like him and his brother. So Ben versus Norman, that'd be a good fight too. I could have asked him about that. It's kind of slipped me though. Who's Rashidi Ellis? You don't know who Rashidi Ellis is, Eliezer? Go look him up. Check out Rashidi Ellis. His only loss is to Roman Villa, but I think they low-key took it from Roman Villa. I think they kind of took that fight from him. You know what I'm saying? To me, I thought they took the fight from Roman Villa. I thought Rashidi Ellis won. Appreciate you, Dub. That's why I call him the fax machine. But those as asked, he said Rashidi is fighting on Saturday. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, bro. Fuckers Gent Sasaki, the Zoom verse was good with it, Brody. How you feeling? Here's a guy that was ranked high enough where they could fight him. You know, it wasn't a bad fight. You know what I mean? Jen Sasaki was 19-1-1, 17 KOs. You know what I mean? He came to win. He was in Japan. He was in his backyard. He never stopped trying. He had to get the fight really beat out of him. So it's just all about getting the experience too. Like you might not think he was the best opponent in the world, but then you add the layer of difficulty it take to be a defending champion and you traveling to somebody's backyard. Like you ain't the one with the strap. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of respect I had for that and the way that he conducted himself in the ring. I'm talking about handling business like from beginning to end. So if the thought process right is whoever Sasaki is, we really don't know him or his name don't ring bells. You know what I mean? Look up that in the resume a little bit. You might see something you like, or at the end of the day, it's all about the performance. It's all about him as a fighter and growing. And with a performance like that, you can continue to see the growth in the right areas, man. And he building the right way. You making the title defenses. You went over to Japan. I'm pretty sure you made some more fans. It was a good move. You know what I mean? I think it does something for his profile. Like, I don't think that's just something that everybody does, right? Travel to Japan and get some smoke. So I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And beat his ass too. So shout out to them, man. They did their thing, man. Handle business. Where's Vilma? Is Ellis fighting at 60 or 54? I'm not sure. I'm not even sure. Yeah. Hey, Doug, what weight is that fight at? What weight is Sheedy fighting at? What weight is he fighting at, man? But we're going to keep building, man. So we're going to play this video from Boots, man, because you know he had made his announcement up to 54. He made his in that Foxy Brown piece, Queen. How you feeling? Urban Mac, what it do, homie? As good as his last fight, someone in the rankings. Get the push you need. Yeah, you need to get busy. Back active. 3 heads, great move. Also with the Boots train, Boots Express. Boots a phenomenal talent. I'm always rock with him, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I just felt like he had to, either way, it's like he was going to face criticism too. That's another thing with Boots, whether he stayed there, then he would have been ducking Virgil. You get what I'm saying? He leaves there, now he's ducking somebody else. So it's going to always be like that. It's just how boxing is. But at the end of the day, man, them some real fighters, like I said, for me, and I'm going to always look at them like that until they show me otherwise, and I doubt it. They are who they are, some real dogs. And when they get opportunities to prove themselves, they take full advantage of it. And they shine. Boots had a phenomenal performance his last time out against Dan Jonas. And B Norman followed it up. Oh, damn, 47? Really, Dub? Wow. Shout out to the fax machine. Y'all go sub to my guy, man. Go tap into him, man. I did not know that, Dub. I thought he was done at 47, bro. Having this issue for like the last couple of days, but hopefully it'll be resolved soon. Appreciate y'all rocking out. We're gonna keep rocking for a minute. We ain't going nowhere. Shout out to everybody that pulled up for this fight call this morning too, man. It was a good card, and I had fun calling it, man. Enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. During the last 3 fights. Yeah, his last 3 fights, 78-2 over 55 KOs. I'm telling you. You gotta respect it to a degree, man. You gotta just give a guy his just due. That's all. You know what I mean? Just like Boots gonna get his. R. Stokes, what it do, homie? Shout out to you, bro. Great work. Shout out to Norman Senior. Not too, man.
Can't wait. I feel like I'm gonna be on point. A lot stronger, a lot sharper.
Big shout out to YSM too. Always doing the great work.
And I feel like I finally just relax, be myself.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. People been wanting to see this move for a minute.
Yeah.
And you had your critics saying saying that you were afraid to move to 54.
Crazy.
And talk about the process. Talk about you actually deciding now. Now's the time.
Well, I feel like now's the time because, I've been at 47 for 9 years, almost 10 years, and I've been making that weight for a long time. And I feel like the time is right. It's that time. And I feel like it's time for me to be comfortable and be myself.
Do you think, when you say now's the time, I know you wanted to be undisputed. I know that was a goal of yours.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you pivot from undisputed to it's 54, it's now or never?
Well, maybe pivot is some of these other champions, they taking other fights and things like that, and in between, and I feel like I don't have no time for that. My goal was to be having them back to back, fight champion after champion after champion, and move up to 154. Like I always said, even in the previous interviews, I said, I'm down here for the belts.
Why didn't you have time for that? Your promoter Eddie Hearn spoke about a situation with your doctor, and they said that you were underperforming. Is that why you wanted to run them all in a straight line very quickly?
Yeah, I mean that too, and I feel like I'm about to be 28 in a week. So I feel like it's just that time. I've been at 47 for, like I said, 9 years, almost going on 10 years, and I sucking all the way down to 47. I feel like it's just kind of like a lot, and even with the nutritionist, we got blood work and stuff done and things like that, just to see what I'm missing and what I need, and it basically was telling me I'm underperforming, I'm really at probably 30-40%, fighting these fights, and that took a consideration, you know, as well, you know. And so it was a lot of things. Like I said before, it just was time, you know. It's time to move up, you know. Time to be me, time to be comfortable, you know, and not play a dangerous game, you know, going down to 47, you know, because you got to be on point, you know, when you cutting weight and things like that. Any hiccup or anything like that, it's, you know, you can have an off night, you know, and I don't want to have no off nights, you know. I want to have, you know, from this point forward, after that last performance, every fight, I got to have a crazy performance, an explosive performance every time out, and that's why I want to give you guys. So, you know, I think 54 is where I'm going to do it at, and you know, this is where they said the smoke at. So I'm here now. So let's make it happen. Let's get it popping.
I like what he said, and shout out to Norman. Seeing, like I said, he addressed some of the stuff about the doctor and stuff like that. He said they did blood work. They was able to tell him he missing certain things and he underperforming. Man, as you see, it was like he had never heard that before. But you know, it is what it is. I can't say, you know, what's going on with Boots, but that'd be crazy. The fact that he'd be underperforming, to think that he could perform even better than what you've seen him at last time out is crazy. So it's impressive. But he also spoke to, you know, YSM asked a good question. Why did he feel like, what kind of changed his mind from undisputed to now saying it's time for 54 now? And he said he just felt like guys was taking other fights in between fighting him, and instead of just waiting around because he wanted to fight champion after champion. And I get it. Some people might not agree with that because he said, you know, people change their mind. They say different things depending on the circumstances. So when he looked at that, and it's funny that he said that because y'all heard me say something like that too when I seen that tweet that he made when he said, I ain't hating on nobody and I ain't waiting on nobody. I felt like in his mind, he was like, all right, both guys, champions, got other fights right now, and I'm stuck in between with no fight. Just hear me out. They both got fights. I'm stuck in between with no fight with a guy at 140 clout chase. They already telling me, like he said, this is where the smoke is at up here. And then you got people talking about I dug Virgil Ortiz. Well, here I am. So you it's like, you get what I'm saying? You going into a division that's dangerous, that's probably can be even more competitive than 47. So I think, you know, he gonna be in them waters regardless of where he go, and he gonna swim. I think Boots would be fine, man. It'd be good to see him up there, and that opens 47 up even more. And then you got a guy that's with having these breakout performances like Norman's, and he could get in there and maybe make a run. You know what I'm saying?
When you talk about the weight and underperforming, right? Mm-hmm. People were shocked to see how you looked at the weight. Yeah. They felt like you looked drained. You said that you were fine, right? Is it one of those situations where I see boxers a lot of times, man. Boxers say that, yo, I'm good. You know, I had a great camp and this and that, and then you find out afterwards.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a bean, like
30-40% is wild.
All of us as boxers, you know, that's what we gotta say. That's what we gonna say. You know, at the end of the day, it's what we do for a living. We ain't trying no fight because we injured or we don't feel good. If I have a bad camp, of course I'm gonna say I'm gonna have a good camp. Why would I say I had a bad camp? That don't make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, even with injuries, like, you know, it's multiple camps where all of us fighters, even me myself, I was hurt and I never say nothing to nobody. Nobody even knew I was hurt, and I still went out there and performed. You know, we go through a lot, you know, in camp and things like that. You know, the cutting weight, the injuries, they don't know, like, dang, you don't know if you're gonna make weight, like stuff like that, like different things like that. You know, it'd be like a lot of mental stuff going on too. So, yeah.
How long I ain't gonna say how long you had a weight issue, but how long has making the weight the right way and making sure that, or worried about that you'll wake up good? How long has that been on your head, like on your mind?
I'm gonna say it's been on my mind for a while. You know, I said, like, I'm getting older, and the older I'm getting, the harder it is for me to, you know, make the weight. Like I just said, I'm about to be 28, so it's not gonna get easier. It's only gonna get, you know, get a little harder. You know, and you know, like you gotta basically be careful. You know, when you cutting weight like that, and you gotta make smart decisions and the right things. And I feel like I said, I'm not trying to sound repetitive, but I feel like the time now, and I'm ready. You know.
Is there any, like, outside factors? Like, because we've seen guys perform bad either lose or then, you know, come in overweight.
Yeah.
And
that's another thing. Like I'm not trying to have a off night or a bad performance and everybody be looking at me like, man, what happened? People don't even know when you cutting weight and things like that. That could affect a lot. You know, it could affect fatigue. Your legs, like your mind, all that. Like you be weak. Like you just, for example, even look at Ray. You know, Ray for Nick Ball. We all know Nick Ball can't beat Ray. Ray, you could tell Ray ain't had no legs.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's a fact.
You could tell. Like you just tell he ain't had no
Ray
legs.
had no legs.
He had a pop, but when he moved to 30, you know, he's comfortable. He felt good. You know, so
that's a fact.
There's a lot of guys. You can go Earl. You can go a few guys.
Cool boy.
Oh yeah, Scoot. I'm tripping. Scoot stayed at his weight for too long. Me and Scoot, we actually was talking about that like not too long ago, and he felt like he should have been moved up, but he was down there at the weight waiting for what's his name, MJ.
Yeah,
he was waiting for MJ, and MJ never fought him, and then he got the heavyweight fight. But he said, just like overstaying your part at weight divisions when you don't need to or don't have to. You know, you got to take into consideration your health is like more important. You know, I know the fans and supporters going to think this and think that, but at the end of the day, our health is important. Is more important than, you know, what else is going on in the world.
And you've seen fighters.
Yeah.
I've seen fighters actually make a decision while cutting weight. Like, look.
Yeah, and not to cut you off, but you don't want to be in the ring. Like, dang, like I should, like on fight night or fight day, like that, I should just moved up. Or you in the like second, third round, like that. I don't feel good. Like I think like I should just moved up, yo. And then you got bad thoughts. That's, you know, boxing mostly mental. You know, you in the ring talking about saying you should have moved up. You already there now. You got rumble. Like it's not like nothing you could do.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
See what it do, homie?
Boots. What do you think 54 has for you legacy wise?
54 legacy wise, you know, the goals I couldn't, you know, accomplish at 47, I'm gonna do it at 54. You know, I feel like it's a lot of bigger names, you know, at 54, a lot of tough guys, and I feel like nobody at 154 going to duck no smoke. I feel like everybody gonna fight everybody, and that's what I need.
Mario Barrios was a guy that you always wanted at 47. You wanted Brian Norman too. You were in talks with both. When you said like guys kind of like fucking around, is the Barrios Pacquiao situation, is that like a nail in the coffin? Like,
yeah, just that. When both of those guys, you know, went on do what they had to do, that definitely took another consideration. Like, it's just like they're gonna be down here playing around. I don't got time for that. Like I said,
I called it. I could be wrong. Listen, you cannot agree with him. Y'all heard me say that. I said it. I threw that out there. I said maybe he looking at the landscape and he like, yo, he just wanted to keep fighting for titles. You got this annoying ass 40-pounder clout chasing. He won't stop saying your name. The other guy you was negotiating with, he got a fight in Japan, right? Mario Barrios ain't even mentioned fighting you. And then when they mentioned it, they talk about they gonna need that money, right? But y'all over here fighting Pacquiao, he probably ain't feel like they gonna fight him. So then when you start thinking about undisputed, not just Brian Norman, but the complete goal, you like, I ain't even gonna be able to get these belts because they down here on some bullshit. And not really that they on BS. I'm pretty sure Boots is in that situation, possibly. I don't know for sure. He'll consider it, at least if you get an opportunity to fight a legend like Pacquiao, make a bag, right? It's something that you might take. I could see why Barrios would entertain it. You get what I'm saying? I could see why a young fighter that's growing his profile, being a damn traveling road warrior, and be Norman, go travel to Japan and knock Sasaki the hell out. You get me? I get it. It's just all about moving forward. You can't stay stuck on a fight that didn't come to fruition. Make your peace, make your assessment. You think somebody ducked, you can say it. For me, I'm not big on that word. I know I recognize business when they're not able to come to an accord on both sides, then you don't get no fight. And I don't feel like a guy has to be labeled as a duck unless somebody said out of their mouth, no, I don't want to fight. I never heard that on either side, so I can't put that in somebody's mouth. I could understand somebody trying to get money. I get it. It's business at the end of the day. You have an opportunity to negotiate. You do what you do, and you make the most of it, and you be cool with it, whatever outcome it is. And that's what they are. They continue to move. Go make them fights, stay busy, get bags, pick up fans, title defenses. Life goes on. Let's not stay stuck on nothing, man. These dudes are some real fighters. Now you got to see one of the best fighters in the world go up to 154 pounds where it's full of smoke, and it should be fun up there. I'm not staying stuck on assassinating neither of these fighters' characters. They both put in an extreme lot of work. Both of them work extremely hard at their craft, and I rock with both of them. Simple and plain. It is what it is. You can make your assessment. Don't have to be an argument. If you feel like somebody ain't want to fight, cool. I just feel like I see real ones in these dudes. I see real ones. I see guys when they get in that ring, they standing on business. Both of them. They don't play no games. They get in there to beat your ass. You get me? So I'm gonna always respect them as that, because that's what they consistently shown me throughout their career. So at the end of the day, when business don't, you can't come to agreement, it just ain't gonna happen. And this would be the case for like countless amounts of fights that's fell out this very same way without nobody having to be framed as a duck, because these promoters and things know that don't be the case. Nobody's scared of your fighter, man. Dudes will fight. These dudes is real men. They'll get in there and scrap. This is the shit they do for a living. You get me? Anybody punching dudes to sleep, that's not a scary guy to me, bro, at all. Anybody making world champions quit on the stool, that's not a scary guy to me at all. Get me? Anybody beating asses in people's hometowns and bloodying them up and squatting over the bodies is not worried about challenging himself. You think going to Japan, being a champion, is not challenging yourself? You don't think going into somebody's backyard when they're expecting you to lose is not challenging yourself, where people at least count you out, should I say? Come on, man, that's challenging yourself. You don't think, as a young fighter, sparring the likes of Terrence Crawford, Boots Ennis and Tank Davis, back to back, our close proximity. You don't think that's challenging yourself? His whole fucking career been about challenging himself. And sometimes they're not going to make the exact move that we think at home they should make. We can't make these moves for them. You get what I'm saying? But I still can't label guys shit until you really show me that you a dude, when given an opportunity, you don't want to fight. I don't see that. I don't get that. One fight, just because one fight didn't get made, don't make me forget about all the work that you put in and what you really shown me inside the ring. You get what I'm saying? I can't do that. It's so many bits and pieces of information that I don't got. But what I do have equally on both sides is nobody said no. As long as I know that's not the case, you can't miss me with the duck talk. Nobody said no about fighting. Nah, I don't want to fight him. No, I don't want to fight him. Neither guy said that shit. And I'm being real. People be chasing their tails. They be making this shit more difficult than it gotta be. Just listen to the situation thoroughly and listen to both fighters and teams. Either side said, somebody said no definitively. No, I don't want to fight. No, that was not said. So I just let it be what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Shout out to them, man. There's more great fights to come. Bad night could shut your business down. That is a fact for good. You get me? Our Tank, he was only 15 years old. He had class the next day. You get what I'm saying? He's a true dog, bro. Sparring these dudes back to back to back. He always would challenge himself. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's almost over with.
I'm not trying to sound repetitive, but I'll be 28. I'm getting older. I feel like, and I really feel like I should have been moved up. Maybe like a year or two ago. But I only stayed at.
Man, shout out to YSM, man. Always with the great work. Price boy, what it do, homie? Talking about Boots. This say he priced himself out. It's tough, man. It's tough. I was having a conversation with my guy. He was telling me about, asking somebody that was within the sport of boxing, within the business, can guys actually price themselves out? And it's tough to put a price tag on somebody's health. I get it. You ticket sales, break it down. At the end of the day, man, these dudes be knowing what the risk they taking. And these promoters know full well what the risk they taking and why guys be wanting to get paid. And I'll end it with this so we could just keep moving. He wasn't the only one that wanted money. Remember, Stan Jonas had to get more money. Karen, that situation finessed itself. He came out good on that end, right? So he wouldn't. Barrio's team put out a statement publicly like they don't need that money. So at the end of the day, he wasn't the only one that would have been talking about money. The rest of these dudes was too. Stan Jonas needed an extra little to get in there too. So it is what it is. Shout out to both teams. I'm supporting both. It is what it is. Great win this morning, though. I enjoyed it. Let's keep rocking. 2 cents. You gonna say fight Polanco? He liked that matchup. He said ain't nothing etched in stone. He was just like giving his thoughts on potential matchup that he would like. Said Polanco is one of them. Maybe you could get that possibly as a hometown fight, and I think that'd be dope for him. You know what I'm saying? It'd be dope. But let's keep rocking, man. So shout out to Boots. 54 he go. It's a lot of great matchups for him. I heard they already asked about Virgil Ortiz. They said Virgil said he wouldn't be ready till he wouldn't be ready in August 16th or something to that effect. So Boots got to find somebody to welcome him to the division. You know what I'm saying? Versus Rolly the Unified, because Barrios ain't gonna fight him. Probably not. Probably not. That's the first step in the fight. Yeah. So you said, who said they could make 47 easy just a few months ago? Who that? Boots? He did mention that or something like that. If you talking about Boots, what happened to beat the name to become the name? Nah, you can beat the name to become the name too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I think Price Boy, that name that you talking about and what comes with the name is why people be wanting to get paid, if you catch my drift. Right? People understand, like, if you're gonna tell me what I'm fighting is the absolute best, I'm going to want to get paid like I'm fighting the absolute best. And I'm never going to think there's anything wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. You know what I mean? Let's keep rocking. I seen, shout out to Hitchins, man. I seen Hitchins and little Sean Haney getting into a little back and forth. Let's
Devin, yo, word of my day, word of my day when they fight this nigga getting broke up. Word of my day, you're trash. Devin, you trash. Devin, he can only say the same thing. Word of my day when they fight this nigga getting broke up. That's on everything I love. Let's bet. Let's bet the 50,000. 50,000?
He said, word to my dad.
I'm extra rich. You don't even got 250. You don't even got 250. Stop playing like that, Rich. I just spent 200 today. Stop talking like that, Rich. No, you didn't. Okay? Let me see. Look, brother, he's gonna get smoked. Yo, what up, my boy? Yo, tell this nigga this Devin Haney, bro. Tell him I'll smoke Devin Haney. He would kill Devin Haney. He would kill Devin Haney. Yeah, you heard it. Every day. Yo, I'll be stopping niggas at your gym.
Ah, man. Sean Garcia, man. Shout out to him, man. Man, that'd be a fun, interesting fight if it happened, bro. It really would. Africa and Haney. I like the young Sean Haney, man. He said he'd be stopping people at Hitchins' gym, man. He out there putting some work in. I say, look like he putting in some groundwork to become an amateur or something and really box, man. Look, I respect it. Put the work in, see what you could go, see how far you could take it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see what he's able to do. You know what I'm saying, Dan? So who knows how far you could take it, but I'm here for it. If that's what you want to do, I'm gonna watch. You know what I mean? Man, you stupid 2 cents. Yeah, man. He said, word to my dad, man, you gonna get broke up. He told Hitchins he gonna get broke up by Devin Haney. Dang. I like to talk, but look, it's good fights to be made. You also heard Senior speak about that fight. But it's a lot of people that feel like they want him to press him, but they not going to fight. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what the story is. I don't know if they're going to fight or not. I mean, I don't know if he'll look to pursue that. Me personally, I would like to know what's next for Devin Haney because I like some of the names that he was throwing out there that he would have been looking to fight. You know, starting with a guy like T.O. You know what I'm saying? He told Hitchins 47. I don't think Hitchins is going to do that right now. So I wonder who Haney going to find for a fight at 47. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for the kid. I want to see him get all the way back to where he belongs and challenge the best fighters in the division. You know what I'm saying? And see what he can do. That's all. Like that's great for boxing. If he can return to full form and look like his absolute self, that's a good sign. And that could lead to other great fights in the division. I don't want to see him be a broken fighter. I want to see him bounce back. So that lead to other great fights. He'll be able to resume his career. Because like I said, anybody could take a loss fair and square, but don't nobody deserve to be cheated. So I give him grace. I hope he bounce back and hope he kicks some ass. You know what I'm saying? When he do it. You know what I'm saying? Simple and plain. Twin, what it do, homies? You know what I'm saying? I know Sasaki ain't flew 7,000 miles, 19 hours just to beg for a fight that wasn't guaranteed. That fight been in the works. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shout out to Twin, man. Appreciate you. You know. I'll tell you, bro. Appreciate you. Said the Normans didn't have any plans on fighting Boots after Cuevas.
Listen, I feel you, man. I mean, it's a bunch of ways you could look at it, but I just, the people that I know, like I said, that know this dude, vouch for him through and through, man, to be a real one, to be a solid individual. And again, with that, you're not going to agree with everything somebody say, everything somebody do, and the way they do it. But, transparency is key, at least attempting to do so and trying to make sure people are in tune and aware. I mean, I don't think they would have been unwilling to fight him. That's why me personally, I would have loved, I'm always for the fighter, would love them for both guys to get whatever they was looking for so they could have fought. Would have put all this to bed. But again, there's other great fights that happen, so you don't stay stuck on it, man. I respect all opinions. It's all good. Everybody sees something a bit differently sometimes, and it's no big deal. The twin coming in, supporting the grind, man. Much love, bro. Like, I'm doing as a boxer, but his father too, Cat. Nah, I don't. Again, I don't look at his father as Cat, because think about it. He tries to put it, not even trying, he put himself on Front Street. He set the table to ask people, like, if you got questions, and he try to answer them. It's credit that you got to give somebody. Now, you could think what you want. You can say, well, I don't believe this or I don't believe that. That's cool, but still giving you an opportunity to ask them a question and try to give you a real answer, right? It's just people choose or pick and choose what they want to believe, and it's okay. Whatever sounds reasonable to you, maybe something he said, you felt like it was holes in it and it didn't sound right. I'm not going to tell you, twin, that you tripping, right? You heard it a certain way. For me, I see the bigger picture and what he's trying to do and keep people in the loop and make people aware. And look, he learned it. They learning on the job. They improving on the job. They getting better. They having fun with this shit. So on to the next, man. Sasaki was on the plate today. I would love to see what's next for him. They're going to take some time off, I'm sure. And I'm pretty sure we're going to start hearing some of the names being thrown in the mix again. And it should be entertaining. It should be fun. It should be entertaining. I mean, I'm here for it, y'all. So shout out to both, man. Look, I'll say this, y'all. And like I've been saying, this will not be the first nor the last time that people negotiate a fight and it don't come to fruition. You get what I'm saying? Like that, and you've seen people have to negotiate, stop negotiate, start negotiating again, then the fight happen. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes we just got to be patient as fans and let business happen. Or if a certain opportunity don't materialize, then you see exactly how that fighter and that team moves from that point on. And like I said, after you move past a fight that wasn't able to get made, you just keep fighting. And that's what they've been doing. And then you've seen the performances, so you can't stay stuck on stupid and keep saying, what about that guy? Well, what about him now? So it's too late. Now it's time for him to make a legit run at that welterweight crown. We got one piece to the puzzle. There's a few more pieces out there. And I think he fared well against every last one of them. Like, well, the other was Barrios, and then there's about to be some titles that's free. So unless it's going to be Rolly and Barrios with a title with one free remaining, but he gonna have opportunities at 47. That's good for boxing. Boosts opportunities at 54. There we go. Boxing continues. No headache, no harm, no foul. Simple. You see? That what happens. You grab your boots and run. Hell yeah, that's what they say. You grab them boots and run. Let me play the clip real quick though, man. Shout out to them guys, man. Where it at?
About the future, I mean, I wish I had a certain fight coming up, but they heard Be Norm the Storm coming, and I know what happened when the storm comes. You grab your boots and run. So we shall see what's next for me. Hopefully October or November we can get some in, but we shall see.
Shout out to him. He tell you little shots fired, man. It's entertainment, man. I ain't flipping over that. There's just little liners, yo. This stuff you seen before, man. But I think it'll be an opportunity maybe down in the future. But in the meantime, it's real smoke at 54, and it's other guys looking to establish themselves at 47. So we got real matchups that could be made, and that just is what it is, man. Like, I was definitely visually stunning. It was, man. Holding his own, his dag and talking shit. Yeah, like I know he means well. I know what I feel like I understand what the intent is when you get to talk to somebody. You just, you know what I mean? They giving you from their vantage point how they see things.
And people don't understand the conversation ain't had just for you to agree with everything somebody's saying. As long as you able to understand their point, even if you disagree with it or you don't agree with their stance or whatever the case, as long as you can hear them out, it should be no issue. You can still assess the situation how you want, and you know what I mean? But it's just for me, since I had a channel, all people do is talk about duck this, duck that, this one ducking this one. Now people in a rush so bad to call people ducks. People be weight classes apart, a weight class or two apart, and people being framed as ducks. It's the weirdest shit in the world. I'm sick of it. Like at what point do you really look at the body of the work of the fighter and say, yo, that is what's proven to me that you really about to smoke? I don't get it. Dudes fight scary. They really get in there and commit to beating your ass when they're in the ring. Like, ain't nothing about them. It's scary. Like, I just don't get it. Sometimes things don't happen. Y'all know how it is when it comes for these big fights to be made. Like, how long are we gonna keep fooling ourselves to blaming the fighters just because business don't do business or don't, they're not able to come to terms? This shit happened a million times, bro. It's life. It's boxing, and just move on. You keep it pushing. I mean, keep building yourself up. And that's what they've been doing. You can't say it ain't like they said no and then went out there, did some sucker shit and got beat up and looked bad. No, he's improving. He on business. He taking this shit for real. Oh, and 47 open up. This shit about to be mine. That's how he on it. I'm just here for what can actually happen now. I'm over what can't happen and what didn't happen. I know what I see with these fighters, and I like both of them. I think they real ones, and I salute them both. They've been beating too much ass for me to look at it like anything else. Pac-Man, E-Tail, tell you what's good with it, bro. How you feeling? You get me? So, no, man. Shout out to Norman Sr., man. He popped up on your boy to build for a minute, man. And that's love, man. Appreciate it. Justin, the community, much love. I hope all is well. Got a new job, been crazy busy. Hey, man, blessings on the new job. Congrats, my guy. Shout out to Fender Bender, man. All is well. Shit, we about to be relocating soon too, so we got a little bit of stuff going on too. Yeah, did. Shout out to Fender Bender, man. Appreciate it.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, hell yeah. Eliezer, he definitely went out on his shield. He ain't had no quit in him. He ain't had no quit in him. None of that. He was all gas. He was trying to get his in. He was doing everything he could to make it a fight. But, you got somebody sharp, locked in, and ready to go. You know what I mean? The writing is on the wall. And that kid is showing me when it's time to, like, be poised under them lights and in the moment. He handled himself real well. He was seeing things really well this morning, bro. Countering really well, responding, like, the way he set up the knockout. And that's what the story should be. Identifying that Brian Norman Jr. is growing as a fighter instead of these weak ass narratives about how he's scared of people and how he ducking. It's lame as hell, man. I'm telling you, maybe one day the boxing world will learn that duck shit is just a narrative to push, man. I'm not saying it ain't never been time where guys ain't really want no smoke, but at the rate that we do it, it's every time you turn around, somebody got to be out. This one, that one. It's a lame conversation, bro. It just drives me crazy, man. Many times, all this shit really on, bro. I said it. I was just talking to Senior a minute ago, Tay. I said I gave my opinion on it. I said, and I gave my reasons for it. I wasn't trying to agree with him. Just like when I keep hearing a guy speak about what another fighter's plans is before he's able to speak on them, and then you make that announcement like multiple times over prematurely, it makes me feel like you probably, behind the scenes, like this is what you want anyway. This is why you willing to tell them they don't want to fight when they never said that. It's little shit. I ain't got to get into it because people think it's about Boo. It's not Boo's. Boo's did everything he's supposed to do as a fighter. But I think if somebody was playing a little bit of games, that's all. I think it might have been Edward. That's all in this situation. You know what I mean? Or doing the business the way he do it, should I say. So that's all. No harm, no foul. It is what it is. Don't worry, Junior. Get that work again. Bosey's gym. Weight class apart. Can be a lifetime away from each other. It's possible, bro. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Choosing a 20-hour flight for voluntary over a 2-hour flight for unification
clarification is interesting, respectfully. I hear you, Hilltop. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. And I listen, and I'll say that to that. I'll say this: it just boils down to this. If you are looking to make a certain amount of money to take a particular fight, understanding what the risks involved, and you feel like you got some leverage because you got a belt, so you ask for a certain amount of money and you don't get it, unless you was like on some, like what Canelo was doing, like with the Benavidez, 150, 200 million. If you doing something like that, that's obvious, but $2 million is not like, you know, some shit that I've never seen or heard before, like somebody getting for a fight at the end of the day. So it's gonna come down to, and maybe we'll see this ugly monster rear his head at 54. I would hope not, but it's gonna come down to what you gonna pay for these guys to get in the ring, because dudes want to get paid when they're constantly being told that the guy they would be fighting is one of the absolute best fighters in the world. They feel like your bag should say that. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people see it differently, and it's okay. But ultimately, in boxing, when people don't, and that money ain't right, what fight? You get me? And we could argue all day about if you agree with what they asking for, if you think they worth it, that's cool. But at the end of the day, I'll speak for me. I can't tell nobody what they worth. I can't do that. That's their job to figure that out. I could only support the fight. So if you ask me, I'll just be one guys to get paid so we can see these fights. I don't want to argue about nobody's purses and who made what and this fight. That's none of that is my concern. I want to hope that these guys get whatever money it is they looking for, get treated accordingly, and go give us a Hey, I'm telling you, shout out to Tay again. And you're a real one, because you could have easily came here out as innocent, and you're not even saying that. It's somebody that's been confusing and being inconsistent. It's storming out, man. Messing with my lights and stuff, man. I'm about to wrap up in a second because this is getting weird. Shout out to Hilltop. Appreciate you. So like I said, bro, it's just I just seen some inconsistencies and kind of prematurely playing your hand, and it almost seemed like you was foreshadowing what was already to come to me, Tay. When you keep coming out and saying the same thing over and over till it happened, you get what I'm saying? At some point, and it happened, it's like, why should we be surprised? Because you've been saying this shit for a couple months now. And not even the fighter, it's been the promoter. So it's he been the one dropping the information. The fighter be locked in and just want to fight. That's why I said Boots ain't did nothing wrong, in my opinion. None at all. I'm rocking with him 1,000,000%. I just want to see these dudes keep doing their thing. You know what I mean? Best in the future. I think that's all it is, Koki, man. They just were trying to, get something that they deem worth it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just never going to fault nobody for that. Me personally, I'm not. Just not. Yeah, tell you, I'm with you, bro. Like, people don't get it. I'm telling you, because in situations like this, choose a side shit out your, get that pick a side, choose a side stuff out your head. Just listen to the entire situation. Listen to the information that's coming out. Listen to the inconsistencies. Look who keep prematurely announcing shit. And then it's like, oh shit. Like, look who's saying they said no when they never said no. That's playing games to me, man. It is. Saying like let's negotiate and no, I don't want to fight is two different things. And that never happened. But you already was telling them like they said they don't want to fight. Like, bro, you lying. And then you come out and you try to force people to negotiate shortly before they about to go out and do battle all the way in Japan. I'm not putting that shit on Boots. That's Eddie. That's not Boots telling him to go do that. That's Eddie. Think about that, y'all. Tell me another fight for any of them that's been made that way where they went and signed a fight before getting through the current fight. Show me, name one. I can't think of one. And I ain't saying it there. I can't think of one. I don't think they move like that. You get what I'm saying? And I would have gave the same guy the same grace on the other side had Boots been put in a situation where he got a fight coming up and somebody like, yo, negotiate this fight now before you get to that fight. You got to keep your priorities in check. The signed fight
that's coming that I trained for. That's the priority. Let me handle business and then we can get right to that. That's not unreasonable. I don't give a damn how people try to spin it. That's not crazy. But trying to force me to do something right when it don't make sense to do it, no, I'm not doing it. Duh. I'm telling you, stop y'all believe. Look, I'm telling you, he didn't, bro. You're not gonna sit here and try to make me seem like they was asking for the world, the stars, the moon, and the planets. Nah, bro. You're not gonna sell me that promoter shit, bro, because I seen what you was doing. And again, respect to you because you doing your job, man. I'm not knocking them, I'm not bad mouthing them, but you played your hand. When you do them interviews like that and you be switching it up and double talking, come on, that shit was coming consistently from his side. You speaking for the fighter. Listen, y'all. Do y'all remember it got to the point where Boots said what? If y'all don't hear it from me, don't, it ain't true. Why did he say that? Because people speaking for him. This is what he's saying. Like, bro, nah, if it ain't coming from me. And then still, even after he made that statement and did that, what did Eddie still come out and do? Speak for him and tell the whole world he vacating his titles and moving to 54. You cannot make this shit up. Y'all and listen, I've been an advocate of giving the man a fair shake, but in this particular situation, like Dub said, it's clear. I ain't saying it's right or wrong, but he didn't want to pay that man. He didn't want to pay him. Didn't want to pay him, bro. That's how I feel. He just didn't. Say what you want. Just didn't try to act like he asking for the sun, the moon, the stars, the planet. Like, god damn, bro. Like, bro. Man, I wish we could have seen it. Shout out to boxing, though, man. I still love this crazy sport, man. I do. But again, y'all, I'm not sitting up framing these guys that fight all their life to be scary. I just don't. It's not logical to me. Dudes be wanting to fight, especially when there's money and the right price point attached to it. We watching NFL players have whole careers in the NFL and then come over here and do like celebrity boxing for the checks that they get. They don't even have the experience. They getting on TV, getting knocked out. Nate Robinson getting flatlined face first for them boxing checks. After having a whole career in basketball. Shit like that. Chad Johnson out here knocked around the ring. Whole career in football. For them checks that they paying in boxing. People, my point is mention that is for that money, people are getting in that ring, bro. Scared what? That money gonna override that. People are greedy. People like money. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Jake Paul versus Tank November 22nd. Las Vegas. MGM Fact. What up, Big Dog?
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Big Dog Willie. They're both at 47. See how the Haney's move. God body Sean was good. Yeah, man. That's something that people was asking about with the Haneys, but he just seemed like he's on board with seeing them fights. Any of those fights, it seemed like that the people was talking about. So that's what I focus on now. We focus on what can actually be made. You get what I'm saying? I want to look forward to Boots' debut at 54. I want to look forward to Brian Norman's next title defense or potential unification, or even if he get a homecoming. These are the things I'm looking forward to because we can't go backwards. So I'm not staying stuck on the same conversation from months ago. Like, shout out to them, man. They dogs, man. They gonna keep winning, doing their things, and I hope so. Fight don't happen November 22nd, then what to do? Oh man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button too, y'all. Smash the like button, man. So before we get out of there, like I said, y'all, a very good card this morning. I enjoyed it. I had some fun with y'all, man. It's a lot going on in boxing. 47 seemed like it's heating up. It opened up too with Boots, moving up. With him going up there, 54 gets even more stacked. This is what a lot of people been waiting for. If the man say he gonna be healthy, I'm gonna take him at his word and say he gonna be healthy, and I'm gonna rock with it. I just can't wait to see what he gonna look like there. You get what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? He said they told him he operating at like 30-40%. So I'm interested to see what that other 60-70% look like. You feel me? At 54, see how dangerous Boots could be up there. So that's where I'm at. Hitchins, he's in a good position right now. I don't know what he's gonna do with the free agency move, but he's winning good fights. He got his title defense. He's building. Hopefully he get a meaningful fight or a title defense or a unification, something like that. I would love to see it. And it is what it is. And then you got Devin Haney whose name is being thrown in there with the guy likes of Brian Norman, the Hitchins of the world, TOs. You just don't know who going to take the bait or who going to give Haney the next opportunity to see if they can beat him. Because T.O. should have been jumping out the woodworks, but he not. So it is what it is. Peace to the queen, Aisha, man. Nah, he didn't. He didn't. It just wasn't in the cards, bro. And I'm cool with that because I know all fights don't happen. Sometimes you negotiate and it just don't come to fruition. Then you just got to keep it pushing. So again, man, dope build. I appreciate everybody. We had the fight call. We still came back, had a good conversation. Shout out to Senior for dropping through, bringing up the property value, speaking with the people, answering questions. Team Norman, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. We supporting. Team Ennis, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. We supporting. As for everybody that pulled up in the chat, that hit the super chat, cash app, like button, we appreciate y'all. We rock with y'all. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this Thursday. And we're going to be back to close the week out tomorrow on this Good Friday, y'all. So look, 704 Joe, what it do? So look, man, appreciate the fam. Enjoy this Thursday. And y'all turn y'all notifications on if they're not. And I'll see everybody at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see him jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, his channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. .4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.